All right, welcome everybody. So if you're here live, great to have you. If you're watching on the recording, thanks for dropping in on YouTube as well. Not everyone can make the live recordings. I totally get it. All right, so this is game 3 of Civ4 AI Survivors season number 8. This is a hotly anticipated game. We had a 2-week layover before this one started. We have a bunch of leaders that are pretty popular, and we have a very fascinating setup here with a lot more room in the north, but also what's perceived as being the weaker leaders in the north. So our leaders in this game, the favorite in this game. Oh, you know who was the favorite for this game? You know what? I was going to look at that. I'll just pull it up on screen again so we can see who the leaders are. 1 second. I meant to check that because this does move sometimes between when I look at it before. It's not bad to have this in the recording either. So let's go ahead and look at that. Just got to put this on the screen here. Okay, and we have, okay, so our favorite is Wynakopek. He is right around where he was when I looked at this 2 days ago, 50% picking him. Shaka is the other person who has the most votes. And then second place, Hannibal. Hannibal has the most votes. Interesting. I would have thought Shaka. Well, my pick is Shaka, and then Hannibal, and then first to die. Willem is the favorite for first to die. Interesting. Over the Sitting Bull. And those are our favorites there. So for this game, we will see, can Wynakopek live up to his reputation of winning the most games in AI Survivor history, or will one of these other leaders snatch the crown away from him, at least for this game? So why don't we go ahead and get started then? So as always, when we start, we look what are the initial techs that the AI is researching, and we also need to see what units, where are the initial deity settlers going. So, all right. The little archer icons are where the settlers are going. So Shaka's going north, not south. Okay. This is noteworthy. I would have thought that he would have settled here with it, or here with his first settler. So he's going north. That's good for Willem. Frederick is going south. Sitting Bull is going south. Wynakopek is going northeast. Oh, God. Wynakopek's going to grab the stone, isn't he? He's going to be in just Wonder Paradise in this game. And where is... Oh, Hannibal is going... Wait, east? I thought he would go into the... I thought Hannibal would go into this floodplains region. Interesting. Oh, and in terms of tech... So Willem's researching the wheel. Is that early pottery from Willem? Oh, he's rushing pottery. Okay, so he's going to get those cottages down. He actually needs to get bronze working for his copper, and he needs to cut these trees down. Pottery's not going to do that much for him right away. Sitting Bull on hunting. He's presumably going to try to get his cows connected. Shaka on the archery, poison pill. Frederick on masonry. What? Masonry. Okay. He has the marble, so he wants to connect this. Oh my God. Okay. And Hannibal on hunting, and Wynakopek, of course, going to found the first religion. Okay. Alrighty. Well, they're moving out. Let's keep an eye on these settlers, right? Again, it's wherever the archers are is where they are. Oh, Shaka with a very early turn 4 settle. Okay. I mean, it's not a terrible spot, right? I mean, it's got a dry corn and an oasis tile. Iron eventually down the road. The big problem for Shaka, though, is he didn't go south. He kind of should be wanting to claim land in this direction is kind of the issue there. So, like, the city itself is not bad, but bigger strategic picture, I think he wants to make sure he gets territory down here. So, oh wait, Oasis gives water. You're right. I always forget that. Some of you guys had that. Also, thanks for subscribing, Dark Kuno. You're right. This is a wet corn because the Oasis provides irrigation like a lake tile. I always forget that. So you guys are right. Thanks for correcting me in chat. That's the one nice thing about having so many knowledgeable people in chat. If I make a mistake, it just people will fix it right away. Okay, we have 2 more cities. We have Willem City. Not a great spot because it does have a lot of jungle, but long term, this is going to be very valuable once if you can cut down all the forests and jungle and cottage everything. It does have grassland cow for food, and then he's creative, so his borders will pop and he'll get the oasis, which will be a 303 tile for Willem since he's creative. Not bad. And Willem has already connected his, has already farmed his rice tile there. This is not so good. Hannibal founded this city over here on the coast. I mean, is it terrible? No, it's not terrible. It does have a lot of floodplains tiles, right? So this is worth a lot of commerce, but there's very low production here. And the biggest issue is land's very tight in this area, and he went northeast with the first city instead of like northwest or straight west, so he may be conceding some of this territory. So it's a good economic city, but it's low production, and I don't know if it's quite in the right direction. if that makes sense. Oh boy, especially because look at this. Sitting Bull's here. Hannibal or Wynakopek is here. They are heading straight into the contested zone here. Interesting. Okay, so Wynakopek has planted his city. Now this will be a holy city. And for some reason he's building a monument here because he likes culture. Because he's going to pop borders here, that's nice. Now he is definitely going to get pretty much all the territory between him and Hannibal. This could also drive him into conflict with Hannibal because they're definitely going to have some border tension. But like this entire region between the two of them, because this is going to be a holy city, this will 100% swallow up all the culture between them. That's not good for Hannibal. The other thing that's useful about this is there's a good chance that Wynakopek's religion will spread to Hannibal because it's very, very close to his capital. So I wouldn't be shocked if this religion spreads over here. And then that would possibly make them allies, could offset their border tension. Will Hannibal build a 50-turn settler in his city? Well, he's building workboat right now. We'll see what he builds after that. So it won't be 50 turns because at the very least he'll be size 2, it looks like. So he's not going to build a 50-turn settler, thank goodness. Yeah, they're very similar piece weight. If they get the same religion, that would probably be incline them to be friends in here. And then, geez, Sitting Bull. Oh, man. Okay. Well, we thought we were going to have border tension between Hannibal and Wynakopek. What is this? What is this, Sitting Bull? I mean, it's a good spot, but, like, how does he defend this? Oh, boy. Well, I thought Hannibal might get squeezed. I didn't think he was going to get this squeezed. Jeez. Oh, my God. Where is he going to put cities? I mean, he has room for like 2 more, right? Maybe one up here and one down here, but that's about it. Oh boy, that is tight. That is tight squeezing there. My goodness. Oh boy. Yeah, that was my one worry about him was that he was going to get squeezed on land. So looking better for what's his name for Willem. He's not quite as squeezed here. Also is Sitting Bull going to go for a religion here? Oh no, Sitting Bull's going for a religion too. We could have holy cities here and here. Wait, what? This could be double holy cities here. Oh my God. Hannibal, what the heck? Well, yeah. I mean, a lot of people did like Hannibal's starting position enough that he was the second most picks for second place. Or no, most picks for second place, but I don't know. How's he doing with his capital? So he's going animal husbandry. That's smart. He needs to connect he has the sheep and the pigs. So animal husbandry, 100% the tech he needs. Not terrible so far. He did mine the the hill pigs tile, which is probably the best he could do with mining tech. But I mean, he has a lot of production here. It's a high production capital, so that's something. Anyway, let's see what religion Wynakopek picks. All right, he picked Taoism, interestingly enough. Interesting choice. So he'll revolt into that next turn. He's been farming. Oh, interesting. He sent his worker over here to farm the pigs tile. He only improved 1 tile at the capital. That's really odd. Interesting. Huh. Well, we'll see what he chooses to research next. Otherwise, mostly... Wait, Sitting Bull pulled out of his early religion. He backed off and went for mine. Oh, now he's going for early bronze working. Okay. So, and he actually does have copper at his capital. Okay. Sitting Bull might actually be stronger than we thought here because he's going to have an early copper tile. Interesting. Oh, yeah, and Frederick, he planted a second city as well. So he went south towards Sitting Bull. And, yeah, I mean, it's got a wet corn. Not an amazing city, but not bad. Also, Frederick has connected his gold resource already. So he might be able to found an early religion just because he has the extra commerce from the gold tile. Sitting Bull doesn't need copper. He's got dog soldiers. That's true. Also, look at this. Willem with the early second worker. It's actually rare for the AI to build an early second worker. They tend not to go for that too early on, as he just builds farms. Not the most useful tile. All right. Well, we'll see who picks up the next. Okay, Wynakopek going for wheel. Is he on wheel pottery? Just out of curiosity. He is on wheel pottery. Geez. All right. Well, that's probably a good tech path for him, because he can cottage all these tiles. Actually has quite a few, he's got all the river tiles here, but he does need to pick up some more worker techs. Fortunately, his agriculture means that this tile will be in range like next turn, and he'll be able to go farm that. Yeah, the pigs is, you know, the Riverside Pigs is like a mini resource itself with a farm on it. That's now a 4 food tile, and then that's another 4 food tile. So, yeah, not terrible. Biggest issue is this guy can't build settlers in any meaningful time. Although I think he hasn't grown yet. Anyone else going on an early religion here? No, no one else on the early religion. All right, so 12 turn settler, not particularly amazing or anything. All right, Hannibal is at least building a settler to try to get himself out of this hole he's got himself in. That's probably the smartest thing he could do. How close are we on settlers? Anyone else faster than that? All right, Shaka's going to have the first settler, it looks like. So we'll just do a few next turns right now because not much really going on right now. Early, okay, Sitting Bull and Shaka both going for bronze working. Now, Shaka does not have copper, but he might be able to settle it. No, he actually doesn't have any copper near him. That's right. Some people said they actually liked Shaka more because he did not have copper, because he was less likely to do like a suicidal early war declaration, or at least a very wasteful early war declaration. So anyway, Shaka, yeah, he's got the first settler, it looks like. And a surprising number of early bronze workings, as I said. More early bronze workings than we normally see. That second religion is just out there for the taking, by the way, for anyone who might want to claim it. Quick settler from Sitting Bull. Yeah, you're right. Okay, you're right. Sitting Bull and a fast settler too. And he's going to be able to hook up that bronze. Let's see. We really need to see where this settler goes. Does it go east, northwest, west? There's a lot of directions it can go. All right. I'm still trying to keep an eye on who's going to get that religion too. All right. Okay, so Sitting Bull continuing to go into the contested territory. And wait, Shaka's going north again? Is he just want to leave room for Willem? Oh, he's also only got one archer defending this, and there are some barb archers, so the AI gets a lot of benefits against barbarians on this difficulty. Okay, I guess Sitting Bull's going west with this settler, but it is possible that this unit could die. I mean, it's not likely, but it is possible. It's when it only has one escort and there's barbs running around. It is possible. All right. Hannibal now going agriculture, and we know Hannibal just finished his settler too, so we'll check back in on that as well. Try to keep an eye on for where these are going. Okay, well, this is your animal husbandry city, right? Has both animal husbandry resources in the first ring, so not bad. I just am surprised that Shaka has sent both early cities north. Again, that's really good news for Willem, because if Willem plops down a city like right here, with his creative culture, he'll grab this whole river valley. That would be pretty bad for Shaka if that's the case. All right. So I expect Sitting Bull to plant any moment now. And where is this Hannibal settler going? It's still hanging out in the capital for the time being. Anyway, where is this going? Still moving. Okay. These very aggressive plants from Sitting Bull. Now, there's like a 1/10 of 1% chance that this warrior can kill the archer, but it's like exceptionally low odds, but it could happen. Yeah, it did 0 point. It got one hit on the archer. Okay, so Sitting Bull's got his second city. I mean, he's claiming land. He's doing what you want, claiming land. The question is then, can he defend it? And we had a request to look at the capitals as well. Sure, we'll look at that on turn 25. We often just try to see who's improving their capital. I mean, you know, Riverside Gems tile. It's worth a lot of commerce. And he's about to finish bronze working, so we'll see if he can hook that up. Still a religion, still the polytheism religion, still available for the taking here. Okay, other settlers. So Wynakopek's about to finish his. How about Freddy's about to finish his? Willem's a little bit behind because he built it in his second city instead of his capital. And Hannibal has the settler moving in this direction for right now. This city's also about to pop its borders in 6 turns. Okay, he is going down here, so it looks like he's going to claim this spot, but it is only defended by warriors. There's a combat 2 barb archer here. I mean, it is possible that this unit could be in a little bit of trouble. Nope, never mind. It's moving in that direction. All right, it's turn 25. So let's cycle through. We'll look at the capitals. Who's doing the best job of improving their capital? Wynakopek, very little improvement so far. He just farmed the 2 floodplains tiles. He's actually improved his second city better than his first city. He's about to get a trade route connection between them. But like this city's actually been improved better than his than his default city. All right, how about Hannibal? Okay, so he's connected. He's basically done what he can. He connected both of his animal husbandry resources. Now he's on archery, which is kind of a waste. Sitting Bull, he farmed both of these tiles, does not have animal husbandry, but he is about to get bronze working, and he's already on settler number 4, which is not bad. Willem has farmed this. He's already got 1 cottage down. He's about to build a cottage on the dyes tile, and he's researching animal husbandry, so that's good. He does need that tile because he has the cattle over at his second city. Shaka has farmed his corn, and he improved his Ivory, he does not have pottery tech, or does not have wheels, so he can't build roads yet. So his economy's in kind of low gear. And then over here, Freddy is starving for God only knows what reason. He connected the gold, and that's basically it. He has no food no food bonuses connected this far into the game is pretty lousy. Although he is okay, he's about to have. That's a little unfair to Freddy because he's about to have the cows connected next turn. Anyway, so that's our situation thus far. Let's keep an eye on this Hannibal settler. Is he going to try to cram this into the cracks? Because this city could we could have a repeat of last week where a city flips away. Because this is already a holy city. If he gets Stonehenge in here too, the cultural output would be insane if this city goes on this tile. Oh boy. Okay, well, Winnacopek, this is not your best spot right there. Why not over here? Oh well. But yeah, this city already has the holy city culture. Could also mean that there's a war impending between Hannibal and Winnacopek, but Hannibal has no metal. Wait, does Hannibal? Okay, Hannibal does have an iron down here, so he's not going to be metalless, but he certainly won't be doing anything until he connects that. And then he has horses over here. If for some reason he loses this city, though, it could get kind of ugly. Tiwanaku will not put pressure on Hadramentum until it hits 500 culture. 100 culture is not enough. 100 culture pushes... Oh, there's a Barb City too? Oh, God, that's even worse for Hannibal. What the heck? A Barb City here too? This guy cannot catch a break in this game. Jeez. Everybody settles right up against him, and there's a Barb... He's basically out of room on 3 cities. I mean, I guess he can plant one in the floodplains region, or maybe down here, but he is really in trouble in this game. This poor guy. Note that Freddy's even further behind him in score. Also, Freddy running an unescorted settler around up here. But anyway, it's back to my point. So Tiwanaku, when it hits 100 culture, the borders expand to here and to here, but does not actually hit the center tile. That said, if he does actually get the Stonehenge build in here, which I think he probably will. Is anyone else even building it? No. There's going to be a lot of flip pressure on this city if that happens. A lot of flip pressure on that city. Anyway. Okay, elsewhere, other things. So Willem finished a settler, and Freddy finished a settler. Willem's settler is still in this city right here. And still no one has gone for that other religion. It is still there for the taking. Let's see where Freddy sends his settler. Is it right here? Okay. Sitting Bull has just finished bronze working. All right, well, this is a warrior against a potential Barb Archer here. This is not guaranteed that this unit's going to live. Just see what happens here. Oh, okay. Fortunately, it won the combat anyway. So a decent number of floodplains tiles, but that's about it. There's not much else to speak of here. A little surprising there's been no Barb City popping up here thus far either. All right. And Tiwanaku did expand its borders. Let's just check the relationship real quick. Anybody not like... Hannibal and Winnacopek are actually pleased right now. So that's no guarantee they stay peaceful, but he is pleased. Hannibal doesn't really hate anyone that much yet. That's some cautious. He's actually pleased at -1 with Winnacopek, so that's something. Right now, Freddy is the least popular one. Nobody else seems to be... Oh, and Winnacopek, worst enemy of Frederick and Sitting Bull. Interesting. That's odd. I wouldn't have thought that. Oh, well. It's still very early on for this stuff to be taking place. So, yeah, we'll just want to keep waiting and see. I wonder where this settler is going to go when it finishes. I think at the moment the only settler on the board is Willem. And Willem is going for... He's going for this region here, you guys. If he gets this, his position is just so much strong. Oh, Willem... I would have loved this so much more if it was 1 tile north. I would have loved this so much more 1 tile north. Because then it would have gotten the hill bonus. And it would have potentially gotten the ivory too. Whereas right now I don't think this city gets the ivory. I'm pretty sure Shaka's capital controls that. Would have liked it so much better 1 tile north. He'd get the hill bonus. And if Shaka were to attack, he'd probably be attacking across the river too. But he did get the Plains Cow. It's not bad. He was the last one to 3 cities. But... So far, I mean, Willem, you know, these AIs could have expanded in the other direction. Like, look, Winnacopek went this way. Sitting Bull went this way to start. Shaka's gone entirely north. So Willem has had a little more space than I think we anticipated. If he gets another city here, and then he and Winnacopek kind of split this corner, he's in reasonably good shape. Also, I'm still liking my pick that either Willem or Winnacopek wins the game economically. I don't think Shaka from this position can win by domination, but we'll see. Alrighty, does anyone else have a settler on the map currently? Oh, Sitting Bull just finished one, and I think Shaka just finished one too. Yeah, okay, Sitting Bull and Shaka have theirs. So, oh, Shaka going east, once again not heading towards Willem, but Sitting Bull is heading in this direction. He's probably going to grab something in this resource area over here. By the way, it does look like Stonehenge is going to finish, and that will get a profit for the Taoist Shrine. Still no one going for that second religion yet, which is just wild. Still no one going for the second religion. Yeah, okay. And, okay, Shaka has planted in an interesting spot. Shaka, why this spot? Did you want the silk tile that badly? I mean, he sees the double silks. The AI just settles for resources, and I'm sure it sees the double silks, but this is a very poor city. When you think about he could have gone down here and grabbed this Plains Cow and another ivory, this is pretty weak. Anyway, Willem early sailing tech. Okay, Willem, you do you. That will allow him to trade along river networks, but that's about it on this map. Wina Kopek belatedly going for animal husbandry. A lot of people on animal husbandry right now, and Freddy belatedly on the wheel. All right, so Hannibal does have a settler out. Or no, that's a worker. Oh no, he has one in production. That's right. And Wina Kopek is a settler in his under production in his capital. I guess we'll watch to see where this goes. Hey, we have a first time chat. Thank you. Astatine Radioactive. I hope I got that correct. Glad you're able to catch a live game. Great to have you and everybody else here. I think we have like well over 100 people watching, which is really cool. Okay, so as expected, a Barb City has spawned in the north. We were pretty confident that there would be Barbs up here, so that will delay Shaka and Freddy expanding. Freddy on the Great Wall, which could actually be useful given how many barbarians are going to be running around up there. And it looks like Sitting Bull's going to plant any moment now. Wow, he's really been pushing these settlers a bit far afield, further afield. More than 200. Wow. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Love the turnout to watch AIs play against each other. I kid. It's genuinely entertaining watching these games. Where is he going with this settler? He's really pushing this settler. Okay. Interesting. I mean, he's claiming some useful resources. And it does look like Tiwanaku is going to get the early Stonehenge here, based on what we're seeing. Plus the terrace over... Yeah, already has a monument and building a terrace. This guy's going to have so much culture in these early cities. All right, so I guess we continue to watch this settler. And Sitting Bull's on... Okay, Sitting Bull's on mysticism. Is he now going back for a religion? Nope, hasn't queued up a religion, at least yet. Not yet. We'll see if... Is Willem on bronze working, just out of curiosity? He is. Okay, that's a smart tech for Willem. He's got the copper here, and that will mean that he is not likely to get immediately shaka'd, but we'll see. Okay, so this settler is finally going to plant, right? It's going to plant on this hill, I guarantee it. All right, there. I mean, again, Sitting Bull's claiming a fair amount of territory. I'm just very concerned diplomatically. I think it's going to be rough for him long term in this game. 4 of the 5 leaders are predisposed to dislike him a lot. And I think Freddy is just too isolated to get much early aggression. Anyway, I didn't even realize Shaka had another settler over here, but he does. And he founded this city over here recently. Not great for his economy, but he is claiming land, and that's always important here. This resource cluster could have gone to, like, Willem. If Willem doesn't get an ivory, that could be a little problematic for him, because Shaka is now in position to get all 3 of these ivories. Are there any other ivories up here? There are 3 ivories in a cluster up here, and Sitting Bull claimed one too. Oh, and then the Barbs have one. Okay, this could be a pretty valuable Barb City, because whoever gets it will have ivory. Okay. Anyway, okay, and then where's Hannibal going? I mean, I guess this is kind of his only option, is he's going to go grab a city down here in the tundra over here. Willem's going to take the ivory by culture. He might. He probably needs another city over here if he's going to get that, though. It's kind of at a diagonal, and culture moves very weakly on the diagonals. Is always how that works. Okay, so Hannibal just planted another city. He is out to 4. The problem is, where is he going to go from here? The other problem is the cities he have, like his capital's pretty good, but this city has a lot of food but has no production, unfortunately. Also is very, very unhealthy because he has... Oh, he needs to get he needs wheel tech so he can actually connect resources. Yeah, his city's dying for lack of health because he can't connect his health resources yet. I mean, this city is basically useless. It's completely crushed by culture, and it's only going to get worse because Stonehenge is about to finish in one turn. That'll take this city up to almost 15 culture per turn. So it'll pop borders in probably about 25 more turns. And then this city is just a useless fishing village. So, I mean, he can try to walk another city down here, but like his land quality is just so weak, unfortunately. I feel bad for the guy. All right, so there's the Stonehenge build finishing. Like we said, so how much culture is it? Yeah, the city has 14 culture per turn. The Holy City culture is going to double soon, too. Because remember, after 1,000 years, the culture doubles. Or is that only for buildings? Does that apply to Holy City? Maybe that doesn't apply to Holy Cities. But in 1400 BC, this Stonehenge is going to jump to 16 culture per turn. Okay, only buildings. Okay, gotcha. Only buildings. But in 1400 BC, Stonehenge is going to go up to 16 culture per turn. So it's not going to get better. On turn 65, this is going to be swallowed up. And there's a decent chance this gets gifted over or just outright flips. Anyway, so both Wynakopek and Willem are finishing settlers. I think Wynakopek just finished one. Yeah, and Willem just finished one too. Let's just see, does anyone else have one out? Is that another? That's another settler from Sitting Bull. He is land grabbing quite well. So kudos to Sitting Bull for that. So we'll keep an eye on where all these units end up going. Also, this city is down to just 2 archers left. Wynakopek had a Quechua up here that was killing the archers. Like the one early game unit that can actually kill these archers. Anyway, all right, so Wynakopek is going it's west in some direction right now. He also has a Barb Warrior pillaging him. And where is Willem going to send this? Well, let's see. Also, Sitting Bull is apparently going to found the second. Okay, so if Sitting Bull has not only has this peace weight problem, but he also has a religion that no one else is following, that's going to make it very rough for him. No matter how much land he grabs in the land grab phase, it's going to be rough for him. Hey, Ravers, glad you're able to catch the stream. Sitting Bull, yeah, it's not looking great. And Hannibal going pottery. Okay, Hannibal, that'll help his economy. Maybe he can research his way out of this corner somehow. Poor guy. Wynakopek is presumably now going to connect his copper. All right, Islam found... Oh, God, poor Hannibal. So now he's got another religion right here. I mean, it's possible that this religion, Islam, spreads to Hannibal and maybe he becomes more friendly, but now poverty points borders are going to expand and there's going to be even more border tension. I just feel like Sitting Bull is setting himself up to get dogpiled really, really badly in this game. What more can go wrong for Hannibal in this game? This poor guy. All right, anyway, Wynakopek founded on the horses. I mean, I guess that connects horses. Sitting Bull now is... Yeah, now he's got the -3 annoyed here. So he's the worst enemy of Wynakopek. Freddy is the worst enemy of Shaka. Wynakopek's worst enemy of Frederick and Sitting Bull, for what that's worth. And Sitting Bull just dumped this city right here. So he has the most cities. He's got no, Shaka is the most. Shaka was the first to 5. We also have another Barb city up here. That's the second one spawning up here. 2 in the north. Good question. Yeah, just had a second one pop up. So maybe the north wasn't quite as awesome as we thought at first because we've got double Barb cities up here. And where is Willem sending his settler? Oh, it's still in his capital for whatever reason. I don't know why, but still there. So yeah, I don't suppose anyone's plotting war yet. I can't imagine that. Okay, yeah. I can't imagine that anyone's plotting this early. Willem hasn't connected metal yet. Shaka doesn't have metal connected, so he can't. Sitting Bull actually could be plotting war, but he's pretty peaceful. Yeah, he's got that. Wait, does he have the... Oh, he doesn't have pottery tech. He has the copper improved, but he doesn't have pottery tech, so he doesn't have... Or a wheel. He doesn't have wheel tech, so he can't build a road on it yet. Okay, Hannibal and Freddy are certainly not plotting war, so anyway... There's at least 3. Oh, there's a third one up here, too. I missed that one. You guys spotted it in chat. There's a third Barb city up here. Nice. Okay. Well, Freddy not looking so great. Remember how we said this was a great starting position, but everyone was like, yeah, Freddy will mess this one up because he's such a terrible AI leader. He is definitely doing the most to waste this starting position. Yeah, he's not doing much with this start. He's also getting pillaged something fierce by Barbarian. He's just such a bad leader. I don't know. We've seen him just waste starting position after starting position. Anyway, this Barb City is down to just 2 archers, so this one is potentially grabbable for somebody, and that would be pretty... Like, if Hannibal could get this, it actually would improve his position a lot. He'd get another quality city, he'd get another happiness resource. Unfortunately, there's no... I was going to say no happiness resources, but he does have furs and silver eventually, if he can connect these, so this will help a little bit. For some reason, Wynakopek is spamming barracks everywhere. I think he's going bronze working. He is going bronze working, so that's a smart pickup for him. Anyway, Willem had a settler that we were trying to track. Where is that going? Oh, it is going northwest. Okay, so he is going to go claim this ivory tile, potentially. If he found anywhere in this area, then yes, his borders will claim this. Okay, all right, so you guys were right. He will claim this, but he did need another city to do it. Oh, and he's got a fish here, too. That actually turns this into a good city. Without the fish, this would just be a garbage filler, but with the fish, it's actually a pretty strong city. That'll give enough food to work all the water tiles, and yeah, not a bad city at all. So yeah, Wynakopek and Willem are definitely leading the field. Now, a lot of that's culture from land grabbing, but it's not just all culture. Again, the advantage of being creative, or Willem, of course, is creative. Wynakopek is practically creative with the way he's got the terraces and the early religion. You just grab so many more tiles. Like, look at Shaka, right? No mysticism, no ability to expand borders. He's got another settler running around here. But, like, there's so many tiles he can't work because they're outside his borders. He actually did a pretty good job of settling resources. Better than the AI normally does, but still, a lot of resources outside his borders. Whereas, like, Wynakopek... Like, he can work this. He's going to be able to connect the stone. By the way, does he have... he does not have masonry tech yet. I suspect he's going to go for it. I suspect he'll go for this soon because he has both stone and marble, and then he'll probably go wonder crazy. He's also building a terrace here for even more culture. Of course, terrace is a granary replacement, so he should be building this. But, yeah, and then he just needs to get some happiness. He's got happiness from his religion, but nothing else. He would also benefit a lot if he could get... some kind of happiness. Yeah, that's what's holding him back. He should try to like Oracle hereditary rule or something. That would be a really nice play for him. All right, anyway, Freddy did settle another city. He crammed this one down here in this spot, so he'll have a little border tension with Sitting Bull, for what that's worth. Not a very good city there, Cologne. Freddy's still getting kind of ravaged by barbarians. He's still, like, he lost this. He still doesn't even have this. He had this connected, but it got pillaged. Doesn't have the iron connected yet. Wynakopek and Hannibal both on bronze working, and then Willem's going for... Willem's got axes, so he's building some... He connected his bronze tile there, or his copper tile. All right, Shaka has a settler running around. Where is it? We'll put on domestics. A worker there. Here it is. He has it's unescorted at the moment, but presumably it's going east. We'll just keep an eye on where that might be headed. Although the map is starting to fill up pretty nicely. And with that, we're at turn 50. Oh, he planted a city in here. I missed that one. He just planted a city here in this little crack here. Between Shaka, between Sitting Bull and Willem. I mean, he picked up a wet rice, so, you know, not bad. But probably not great for his economy. He's kind of settled willy-nilly, and he doesn't really have much. Like, he has no cottages. Compared to, like, the cottage, there's already a... This is on a dyes tile, but there's already a 5 commerce tile that Willem's working there. And Wynakopek has pottery as well. All right, Wynakopek's working. See, he's already working triple cottages here. This one hasn't matured yet. He's already working triple cottages here. Yeah, their economies just get off to a good start. All right, let's do our overview, first of all. So, overview of the map, taking note of all the Barb cities that have spawned up there. Barb City Central. All right, our graphs. GNP, yeah. Wynakopek and Willem are leading. Oh, see, this is the problem for Shaka. This is the reason why I did not think he would win this game. His econ is, yeah. Economy, what's economy? I just don't think he can run over the map before one of these leaders can win by culture or space. That was my read on the map. Yep, Shaka caveman mode indeed. All right, production. Yeah, I mean, Shaka's leading in production, right? Look at Freddy. Boy, that guy is struggling. He's right there in food as well, although everybody's reasonably close in food. He was actually the food leader for a while, but he seems to have fallen back in the pack a little bit. Power, of course, Shaka is one of the leaders. Wynakopek's the lowest. Right now it's Willem and Sitting Bull and Shaka as for the power lead. And then culture, yeah, we know the two who have all the culture. And then that's the Holy City. Quick check on research rate. So Wynakopek is at 19 per turn. That's good for this early. Hannibal's at 13. Freddy at 14. Shaka at 10. He's already having to run 60% gold on the slider. That's a lot. Sitting Bull's at 9. Although Sitting Bull looks like he's running a little extra gold on the slider. And then Willem's only at 11, although he's also running a little gold on the slider. Maybe he's trying to upgrade a unit or something. But it does look like Wynakopek's the leader at the moment in terms of who's connecting stuff. All right, how many more turns until this? Only 15 more turns until this expands against poor Hadramentum, which has been slow building a settler over the last 10 turns or so. Unsurprisingly, Wynakop, we saw who had the most culture there. Sitting Bull always runs a lot of espionage. Yeah, yes, he does. Sitting Bull, where are the roads, man? Does he have wheel tech yet? Where are the roads in your territory, buddy? He does have wheel. He must have recently discovered it. Okay, he has no roads in his territory right now. No roads just yet. But yeah, I mean, he has done a good job of claiming land. Certainly better than Frederick. Frederick's getting outscored by Hannibal right now, even though Frederick's position was like infinitely better. All right, I also do want to see if anyone... Okay, it looks like Hannibal's going to make a play for this city up here. There are only 2 archers defending it. We'll see if he goes for it with his archers. Unfortunately, he can't build a unit better than archers right now. We'll keep an eye on this. Where we're going, we don't need roads. So yeah, he only just finished researching. Shaka is going to need ironworking to connect his... Wait, he's one of the leaders in power when all he can build is archers? That's crazy. Apparently he's going to settle up here too. But let's see if the Carthaginians attack. Okay, they didn't. Shaka settled up here. Wynakopek finishes bronze working. Wynakopek needs to get another settler or 2 out. All right, he's building double settlers right now. And he just finished slavery, so we'll have that copper connected. Also, we have another city in here from Sitting Bull. As I said, Sitting Bull, you know, if his peace weight weren't so high and he didn't have a religion that others people don't... Well, maybe his religion will spread. It's possible, right? Maybe his religion spreads everywhere. Who knows? It's just kind of random where the religions spread to some extent. So maybe he can form religious allies, maybe? That's got to be his hope in this game. All right, I guess everybody's just going to play Let's Sit Around and Watch the Archers for the time being. Right now, the only people who can get after this Barb City are Sitting Bull and Hannibal, because they're the only ones who border it. And no one has writing tech yet, so no one can sign open borders. Okay, Hannibal's researching ironworking. He does have an iron. He founded the city down in the tundra. I mean, he's doing the best he can with what he has available. He just doesn't have very much available. My guess would be that this will get captured by Sitting Bull, because he has the dog soldiers, which match up decently. Freddy also has a sneaky... It's true, right? Freddy has a sneaky warrior to potentially snag it. Maybe. No one seems to have really gone after these Barb cities yet. Yeah, they seem to still have all their archers intact at the moment. So I guess Willem could be plotting war, but he is not. That's unsurprising. And yeah, we'll see. Oh, Willem founded a city down here. He missed the gold tile, though. He kind of left that gold tile. Wynakopek definitely needs to get a move on with these settlers, because there's room for 1 or 2. There's room for another city here that grabs this. And then maybe room for 1 or 2 more cities here and in the deep south. But he is running out of territory, and he is only on 4 cities. He is double building. So I just whipped a settler to completion. And yes, for those who might not know, the AI will whip settlers to completion. Hannibal, I didn't even know Hannibal was building the Great Wall. Okay, well, he probably has the least to worry about in terms of barbarians compared to anyone else in this game. He didn't really have much to be concerned about there. Wynakopek's now going to connect his marble and stone, so he'll be able to go even more wonder crazy. Where is he sending his settler, just out of curiosity? Because he just finished one. It is still in his capital. Okay, I guess he's trying to figure out where to send it. Well, he's running out of time because Willem's about to settle down here. Yeah, Willem's coming down here. Willem's going to look to grab some... Oh, it's a bit of a settler race between these two right here, as far as who gets one of these spots. Let's see. Wynakopek move... Well, they're actually on the same tile. Wynakopek moves first by virtue of being a pool one the pool 1 leader. By the way, Nijmegen looks like a pretty nice city over there. Look at that. I didn't even realize that city grabbed the fish resource, just like Rotterdam grabs the fish resource. Let's see who gets this spot between the two of them. All right, Wynakopek, the advantage of being pool 1 leader, he gets the turn order advantage. So he's going to get the gold tile. That's pretty significant because he's going to get the gold tile off of that. And Where is the settler for Willem? Oh, here it is, right here. Let's see if Willem tries to cram a city in down here. Looks like he does want to put a city down here. Okay. By the way, Shaka's up to second place in score, so go Shaka. I don't know about economy, but he is... Wait, is he getting another city? Oh, wow, Shaka planning another city. This might be an overexpansion for a city like this. What does Shaka's econ look like now? Yeah, he's down to 7 beakers per turn. That's not great. Not great. But yeah, I think Willem's going to get a pretty nice city out of this, too. Assuming he settles on this tile, which I thought he would do. All right, yes. Yes, he did. Yeah, not bad. Not a bad city, right? Gold, sheep, fish, marble, assuming he can hold that spot. Not bad. Yeah, very exposed, definitely. Very, very exposed. But a nice city, to be sure. And then Wynakopek went and grabbed the southern spot in the tundra. And Hannibal grabbed this spot down here, because he's kind of out of room at this point. All right, so most of the map is full at this point. I mean, well, actually, that's not true. I said most of the map's full, but look at this. There's still this humongous area in the north. The barbs are kind of screening everybody away from this north-central part of the map. So once the barb cities fall, there'll definitely be an opportunity to grab more land up here. This is very odd to have this happen, have like this giant unsettled region where the entire... I mean, like, look at the bottom of the map. Every spot is basically full at this point. Interesting. All right. Link Mario Samus wanted to see the dog soldiers, so here you go. There you go. Yeah, like a quarter of the map is unsettled. Really interesting. Let's check in and see if anybody is thinking about plotting war. Okay, well, Sitting Bull is. Who does he dislike the most? Apparently Wynakopek's the one he dislikes the most. Okay. Well, Wynakopek just connected metal, but he doesn't have many metal units yet. I think Sitting Bull actually has the power edge here. Yeah, Sitting Bull's up here. Wynakopek's down here. Now the problem is, how are you gonna capture a city like Tiwanaku? It has 40% defenses, about to get 60% defenses. This city has 50. Like, how are you gonna capture this city? It's too well defended. What about the others? Wynakopek just connected metal, so I wouldn't expect so. Shaka does not have metal connected, so he's not gonna plot war yet. Willem is still in peaceful builder mode. Hannibal doesn't have metals connected, and Willem doesn't. So. Yeah, we'll watch Sitting Bull here. I mean, the most likely target is Wynakopek for his build-up. But I still don't think he's going to have much success. It would most likely just hurt Wynakopek if that happens. Anyway. But yeah, Willem going for iron, and Hannibal going to finally have metals once he connects that. Sitting Bull apparently going for another religion, too. Oh, there's a plus for Hannibal. Hannibal got the Barb City. Okay, I guess he apparently decided to attack. He'd been standing outside for turns and turns and turns. Will increase his border tension with Sitting Bull, though, to say the least, because this city's has already popped its borders. Never mind. But yeah, Hannibal at least that gets into, what, 7 cities? Although this city now is has 8% odds to flip every single turn. This city is likely going to flip at some point, or just get gifted over is also a possibility. This poor city, Atramento. I don't hold much hope for this poor city here. When a city has, yeah, okay, 6% odds of flipping like every single turn, it's pretty rough. Anyway, the Barb cities are still holding out up here, so this is still the one place where people can do a bit more settling. Willem's building the pyramids. Willem actually has built up a pretty nice stack here, too. As I said, oh, he's plotting war as well. Okay. Who does Willem not like? Well, he doesn't love Wynakopek because he does have a lot of border tension. All right, which direction is Willem going? He's, yeah, where's Willem going to go here? So that's a question. Now, if Wynakopek gets 2v1'd, wouldn't be so great for him, I will say. I think his position's not bad, but if he gets 2v1'd, it gets a lot dicier for him. So, well, I mean, it looks like that's the direction he's going here. Sure looks like that's the direction he's headed, based on what I'm seeing here. Interesting. Wynakopek first to die? If he gets 2v1'd. I mean, the good news for Wynakopek is he had time to connect metals, and his power rating is actually going up right now, too. That said, the other two people he might be up against are number 1 and number 2. With no one having construction, though, it's hard to see anyone having too much success. Maybe this city could get sniped, though. All right, this, this looks like a little snipe fest here, and I don't think there's enough to hold this city if that's where the attack is coming, and I suspect it is. So let's see what happens when we hit next turn here. Yep. Well, that was not the first war that I saw coming, but they definitely have border tension between them. I would say this is not good news for Wynakopik. It could be good news for Willem, though. Could definitely be good news for Willem, though. As long as Shaka doesn't come plowing in from the other side. But there's actually not much border tension between Shaka and Willem right now. There's actually not a whole lot. Anyway, this city does not look like it's likely to hold out. I think there's enough units. There's only a spear and an archer in here. So, and this city can't even whip a defender. It does have 20% defenses, but I don't think that's enough. Pretty sure Willem's got this. So there's our first city. Also, Shaka just picked up Sitting Bull's religion. Interesting. Interesting. So, yeah, definitely not great for Wynakopik, especially... What is this? Hannibal? What was that? Another city that's at a flip risk, potentially. This city has 7% odds to revolt every turn. All right. Wynakopik has lost the first city in one before. It's true. Still, I don't love his position here. It's not great when you're getting declared on twice in the first 70 turns. And another religion just founded up there in the north. All right, well. Yeah, I didn't think Wynakopik would get 2v1 like this. How about Hannibal? Once he connects metal, he'll be able to declare war too. And he has declared. All right, he has connected his metal. What about Hannibal? Who does Hannibal dislike the most? He could jump pile in here too. He's still pleased with Wynakopik. He's annoyed towards Sitting Bull, so most likely his target is Sitting Bull. Now, I don't expect this attack to go anywhere, not against the 60% cultural defense city, but you never know. Well, that was fast, asking the Observer Civ for help. Very fast. Still, even if Willem just takes this city, that's a pretty big win for Willem. Because, like, look how much territory he's claimed. Definitely more than I thought he'd get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cities. That's a solid base to start out with. Willem and Wynakopik are both researching writing. Also, Sitting Bull continues to look pretty strong here. As I said, the issue is I really think his diplomatic position is not great long term. But for the moment, he's hanging in there. Is Willem moving forward? No, Willem's holding in the city he captured for the time being. Yeah, that's not falling anytime soon. All right, Frederick picked up the minority religion of Sitting Bull. So Frederick seems determined to make himself as unpopular as possible. Picking up a religion no one else practices while he continues to struggle up there. So these Barb cities are still holding for the time being. This one's gotten attacked a fair bit. But once Shaka has his metal connected, he's researching ironworking now. When he actually connects his iron, I suspect he'll be able to start capturing these Barb cities. Yeah, Hannibal took the Barb city a little while ago. It was relatively recent, but he did manage to capture it. All right, here comes a Willem stack. Hannibal built the pyramids. Interesting. Interesting. So for the moment, all the action's going on in Wynakopik's territory. Let's turn off the resource indicator so we can see a little bit better. Sure. So far, Sitting Bull has decent-sized stacks, but like he hasn't done anything with them except pillage this tile. Here comes Willem with a stack over here. Let's see if he suicides this into Cuzco. No, he just turned around and headed back. All right. Hannibal just picked up Wynakopik's religion. So that's noteworthy. That makes it even less likely that he's going to declare war on... Wow, it's a lot of unhappy faces. Wynakopik doesn't really like anyone except Hannibal at the moment. So where is Hannibal here? Yeah, he's pleased with Wynakopik. He really dislikes Sitting Bull. So if he plots war, that is the most likely target. He's not plotting war yet, though. Freddy is actually plotting war against somebody. Is Freddy going to declare war on Sitting Bull because they have border tension? Can he declare war at pleased? I believe he can't declare war at pleased. Well, who is he attacking if he's not attacking? I have no idea. Shaka, maybe? That's the only one I can think of. And Shaka doesn't have metal connected yet. He's got a ridiculous amount of archers, but no, nothing better. All right, let's see if this stack suicides itself on Tiwanaku. Nope. Still running around. I mean, there's multiple fairly big stacks in Huayna territory. Yeah, it's a lot of units. Now, the worst thing Huayna can do is take the units that are in here and attack out onto the defensive cover. If so, that's game over for him. Let's see. So far, it looks like there hasn't been a major... Wow, Willem's building up a pretty large stack there. Might be getting to the point where he can actually break through despite all the accumulated bonuses. That stack is just kind of hanging out there. Huayna did generate a great general, though. Hannibal went uni-suffrage. What the heck are you doing, Hannibal? Alright, so Shaka took another Barb City. Barb cities are starting to fall there. Just keep refreshing the map here. Shaka's starting to look a little bit better after an early, after a bit of a weak start, but starting to look a little bit better. He's not plotting war. Shaka will probably launch himself at somebody the minute he finishes up here. Freddy is building a stack over here, a small stack. But still, the main action is still down here in Huayna territory. All right, that stack is just running around. Huayna does not have a lot of units in his capital right now. Uh-oh. That's a lot of axes. There's currently only 2 axes of spear and 2 archers here. This might not be enough to hold here. Time to build, yeah, time to build Temple of Artemis, right? Let's see. All right, well, Willem didn't attack. He opted to move a tile and pillage instead. Freddy built the Oracle. Okay. Didn't expect that. Let's see what he grabbed with it. Looks like he oracled metal casting. Always a solid choice. Is Shaka already in war plotting mode? No, not yet. Hannibal, no, not yet. Okay. Now, time to build Temple of Artemis. Okay, he did cancel that build. Just a lot of enemy units in Huayna territory, like an awful lot. This has certainly dragged him down a fair bit here. Okay. Cuzco was attacked and it held. Not great from Willem there. He lost a fair number of units without killing anything. This stack is still... excuse me. This stack from Sitting Bull is still wandering around in Huayna territory. It's actually costing Sitting Bull a lot of money to have an enemy... to be wandering around in enemy territory for so long. Also, this city somehow... still keep expecting this city to culturally flip. All right, Tiwanaku got attacked and it did not fall either. So that's 2 bloody noses the last 2 turns. Huayna just has too many defenses here for these cities to fall pre-construction. Like, it's just not going to happen. I was trying to go to the power graph. Hold on. Yeah, so pretty big losses there on the last 2 turns. Also, Shaka, as soon as he connects metal, you can see starting to build up there. And is Freddy still plotting war, just out of curiosity? Did he cancel that? He's still, in theory, plotting war. I don't know where he's going. He should just take the Barb cities up there. That would be the smart decision right now. Anyway. It flipped. Hadromentum flipped. You're right. Thanks for spotting that, you guys. He just flipped the city. I mean, this is not a great city, but any additional city is pretty good for Huayna as he tries to fight off this early 2v1 here. Yeah, if by some chance he could get out of this war, it would really help him. Or get it down to a one-front war, as I said. Wait, Hannibal's trying to found his own religion here. I could have another religion down here. Yeah, as I said, it's just too much culture built up here. Oh, Willem converting to Judaism is actually noteworthy because now he has a religion that no one else... I guess technically Frederick follows this, but no one else follows it. So we have 2 Islam. Shaka has picked up Sitting Bull's religion. And then Frederick and Willem have the minority religion of Sitting Bull. And then Huayna has gotten Hannibal to flip into his religion so far. Also construction tech coming from Huayna for what that's worth. Anyway, all right. Curious if Hannibal... All right, so Hannibal is in war plotting mode right now. I suspect that he is plotting against Sitting Bull. That would be my guess. Because he really doesn't like Sitting Bull very much, and he's pleased with Wynakopik. But it is... Also, he no longer has as much border overlap now that that city flipped. I mean, he could be plotting against Wynakopik, but he has just as much border overlap with Sitting Bull. Was Shaka plotting this turn? Oh, you better believe he is. You better believe he's got enough on his hands right now. How about Shaka? Who does he dislike the most? Well, he doesn't like Freddy very much. He's cautious with Willem, for what that's worth. But he also has a lot of... I suspect he would go after Willem because they have a lot of border tension. Like, a lot now. Yeah. Whereas he doesn't even border Frederick. But, I mean, you never know. That's why I think Willem's position is not as good as it might look. Well, and there it is. Okay. That's why Willem, as we said, Willem's position... The reason why I didn't pick Willem over Wynakopik, and I think a lot of the people in the picking contest were the same way, is unfortunately he borders Shaka. So when you border Shaka, you're going to get attacked a fair bit. Let's see if this causes Willem to sign peace with Wynakopik, because now he's got this to worry about. That said, I mean, again, I said at the beginning of the game I wish that Willem had planted his city on this tile. But he still has 50%. He still has walls in this city and 50% defense. So it's still going to be very hard to crack that. Shaka really needs to get to construction, which I believe he is heading towards. He sure is, but not very fast. He is heading there, but not very fast. Well, anyway, it looks like Sitting Bull it was cleared out of Wynakopik's territory completely, for what that's worth. Robert E. Lee has died in combat. Okay, Robert E. Lee. So this is likely to be a massacre here. But let's see what happens. Because you know Shaka's going to send him in. He sent him in, and he didn't kill much of anything. Well, anyway, there's the prophet for... And yeah, there's the great general for Willem. So anyway, the prophet even popped up in the city that is the holy city. So he can just build the shrine right there. So Wynakopik has mostly cleared his territory of enemy units at this point. And we also still have... Hannibal building up, right? Yeah, he's still plotting war. And then Freddy, in theory, is plotting war as well. He's got a stack here in Munich, although where that's going, who knows? Again, he should just go and capture these barbarian cities. Can we see Sharkfin? Sure. On the next, we'll just advance it one turn here. Willem should just sign peace with Wynakopik. There's no reason for him to keep fighting this. Got another stack over here. All right, well, there's the Taoist Shrine. Freddy... He's gotten into Monarchy Tech. Shaka didn't really... I guess he didn't lose that many units there. Look at Shaka. The minute he connects metal, whoop! He connected metal, he immediately whipped out a huge army, and he then declared war like the next turn. But I do think Willem's border cities are not likely to fall without catapults being in the mix. It's just hard to see that happening. I also probably should have commented that Sitting Bull has been the score leader for a little while now. But how long will he be able to stay out of a two-front war is like the question. All right, and another... Where is Thapsus? Oh, it's down here. Okay, so now Hannibal has a religion of his own. Interesting. He's also almost equaled Shaka in score, amazingly. Shaka still does not have mysticism, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, he still doesn't have mysticism. He does have writing, so he's finally going to get some border pops. But yeah, Shaka, that's our boy. Wandering around with another big stack here in Dutch territory. Shaka's just going to be camping out on this hill tile like for ages and ages. All right, I did think that we would see that Hannibal coming in. So Hannibal and Wynakopik might be really good friends in this game. They share religion, they share peace weight, and now they're going to have mutual military struggle bonus too. So again, it's hard to, yeah, look at all those dog soldiers. It's hard to see this having much success at capturing Poverty Point. Not without catapults, but this will definitely relieve some pressure on Wynakopik, who's, again, mostly cleared his territory of units. Let's just watch Shaka immolate another huge stack on this inner turn, shall we? Yeah, that didn't work, Shaka. That did not work. Remember how there were a lot of units on that tile last turn? There are no longer a lot of units on that tile. Anyway, Freddy gets the other Barb City, so Freddy's slowly clawing his way out of last place in score in this game. He actually does have a lot of territory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cities already, plus this, plus he has a lot more room to settle up here. Whereas, like, these AIs down here are out of territory. So like Wynakopek has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He only has 6 cities. He definitely needs a little bit more territory. And that's with the flipped city as well. Losing this city actually hurt a lot because he would have had the gold tile. As I said, that yeah, he only has 1 happiness resource. That really, really would have helped him. But I'm sure he'll be looking to make advances on somebody's territory now. So anyway, Shaka just lost 1 billion units. Hannibal also tried to attack Sitting Bull City, and of course that didn't work. There's also this random Willem stack over here. Who knows what this thing's doing? Did he sign peace? He did sign peace. No cities traded back, but he did sign peace. That was the logical thing to do. I saw that stack disappear. I was like, did that stack get wiped? But it did not. It just got teleported. So now Sitting Bull's in the 2v1. There's also this Willem stack here that's kind of stranded. And Wynakopek does have catapults. So Sitting Bull's cities are not safe just because they have the 50% defense. It's the dog soldiers anyway. So yeah, I wonder if Wynakopek will be able to trade for some resources. We'll see. Hannibal hanging in there, doing his best. Hannibal is going for horseback riding. Interesting. He's doing on horse archers for some reason. Oh, he has the ivory. If he gets construction, then he can build war elephants. But he doesn't have construction tech. No, he's not close to construction tech. Okay, so Wynakopek survives. Survived the early 2v1. Could have been ugly for him. It did set his development back a lot, though. Oh, he's researching calendar. That's smart. He needs calendar really badly for happiness. 1. How many happy calendar resources? 1. Only has the 1 calendar resource, though. Only has the 1. So I guess it's not as great as I thought. Yeah, he needs happiness resources. He could go. He should have gone monarchy and gone hereditary rule. That probably would have been more helpful there. All right. Anyway, so Shaka is still recovering from the last bloodletting that he had, and is Frederick still? No, Frederick is no longer plotting war. You know, that's the smartest thing possible for Freddy. Freddy, go take this Barb City. Just develop in peace for a little while. You might be in position to make something of this game if you can stay out of war. Like, let these other people all fight each other and just stay out of it. I don't know what this Dutch soldier is doing, but I do not favor his life expectancy. Oh, Hannibal. Oh, he converts to his own religion. Okay, that means less shared benefit with Wynakopek. How do they feel about each other? They're pleased at -2 and pleased at -1. Yeah, Sitting Bull is now the worst enemy of both of them. They don't like each other very much. So anyway, there were some catapults running around. Yeah, Wynakopek is... I think he just sent an unsupported catapult into Sitting Bull's territory, which of course is not going to do very much. They have to be stacked together. Is there... Yeah, there's no catapults in here for some reason. Anyway, Shaka continuing to attack, but let's see if he has any success here. I can't imagine it. Until he gets construction, not much is likely to happen. Yep. Oh, that came close. Closer than I thought. There is just an axe and 2 axes and a sword in here. Wow, that came close. Shaka does like to throw a lot of units at the enemy, doesn't he? Willem needs to reinforce this city a bit better. Not culture. Yeah, a fair number of losses here. It's actually, everybody's actually pretty tightly bunched here on the power bar graph. So Wynakopek has this stack, but there's no catapults in it, so that's unlikely to do anything. And Hannibal doesn't even seem to have a stack here at all. Well, let's keep an eye on this, see if Rotterdam actually gets captured. Oh my god, Rotterdam actually got captured. I did not think there was any chance that that would succeed. Wow. Okay, Shaka. I didn't think there was any chance that would work. Somehow he just kept throwing units at there until it worked. That's a pretty bad goof from Willem to let that city get captured. That's pretty bad. Boom shakalaka. Boom shakalaka indeed. Yeah, I mean, Shaka's got a lot of cities, right? Got a lot of territory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 cities to Willem's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 50% edge there. I think Willem just didn't reinforce the city properly. Look at all these units up here. He's got a whole bunch of swords up here. He could have easily held that. I mean, he's also building a Jewish monastery, the mausoleum, and the Hanging Gardens. He also could have built a few more units. But that's Willem for you. He is prone to dangerously under-defending himself. All right, anyway. So GNP Financial leaders are way ahead. Shaka's definitely behind. No surprise there. Production. Shaka's got the production lead. Food. It's pretty tight, except Wina Kopek is interesting. Wina Kopek's way behind in food. I think that's because he had to whip so much due to this war. Power, they're all pretty close in power. We saw that. And then culture, the Incans are pretty far ahead. We already saw that. He was also building Temple of Artemis for some reason. Anyway. So yeah, these war fronts look mostly pretty stalemated. Like this... Actually, wait a minute. For whatever reason, Sitting Bull is not defending Mesa Verde very well. This stack is all spears and chariots, so I don't know if that's going to succeed. But this Mesa Verde is not defended very well. I mean, that city could have been captured there. Some very highly promoted archers. Yeah, he just didn't really attack it. I think if Wina Kopek had just attacked, he would have taken that city, but instead he kind of didn't. Oh, Sitting Bull's attacking Hannibal over here. Interesting. This city is not that well defended. Sitting Bull going on a rampage here. The favorite for first to die. Anyway, yeah, it looks like Shaka's got this city under control. Willem may be heading to take it back. Let's see if this city Phrygian's going to get captured. Oh, wow. Okay. Sitting Bull punching back. Not going great for Hannibal right now. Sitting Bull, our score leader. Still the score leader over here. I thought when we got to the 2v1 that he might be in a lot of trouble, but no. He seems to be handling it just fine. And Willem's attempt to try to recapture this is not working. How about Freddy? Is he still doing anything? Nope, Freddy's still staying out of this. Freddy's still staying out of this. Oops, I accidentally clicked on Utica there. Hannibal is researching Compass. Boy, Hannibal just does not seem to have the territory for this. And Wina Kopek is still in Willem. Okay, Willem's now popped into Sitting Bull's religion. Interesting. It's potentially noteworthy. Willem is still one of the score leaders, but he doesn't really have that much territory. Could we be headed for a world in which Shaka, Frederick, and Sitting Bull are the dominant leaders in this game? That would be a surprise. All right, Willem. Where did Willem? Willem had a pretty big stack. Where did it go? Well, if he was trying to recapture Rotterdam, that's like water under the bridge now. That's not happening. Rotterdam is too well defended. I feel like maybe Willem throwing all his units at Wina Kopek at the start of the game was maybe not the best decision. All right, this stack does have a catapult in it. 2 catapults, but going to need more hitters than this to actually capture something. And there's like no other units to attack with. Poor Hannibal can't do very much until he gets construction tech, and not looking so great there. All right. Oh, I guess there's some hitters coming up behind, but still hard to see Mesa Verde getting captured, but you never know. All right, Shaka is just finishing up with construction. He needs a couple more turns. Willem will be in a lot more danger when Shaka finishes that. Shaka's going to attack Frederick or Sitting Bull pretty much the moment he finishes off Willem. I mean, I guess you're right. I think that is right. Oh, interesting. Shaka moved down. Wait, what happened to the units in Rotterdam? I guess he moved them down here, and they're attacking Amsterdam. Willem's got a little stack here. And we do have this siege going on at Mesa Verde, with Wina Kopek bringing more units up. If he just had more actual attack units, he's got very few actual hitters in his stack. Like, he has the catapults to take this city, but I don't know if he has the actual... Maybe he can take it, though. I don't know. Hannibal goes representation. What's going on over here with Shaka again? Okay, Shaka has units down south of Amsterdam for some reason. I mean, he's not capturing Amsterdam until he brings up catapults. Rotterdam is still very vulnerable because, like, Willem could just... Does Willem have construction yet? I don't think he does. Does Willem have construction? I can't remember if he has. Oh, no, he does. Okay. Yeah, so Willem could just, like, put units here and then just go doot and take Rotterdam because it doesn't control any of its own borders. All right, well, Mesa Verde has lost all its defenses, so if it's going to get captured, it's going to have to be on the... This city is still not defended very well. I'm surprised that Sitting Bull didn't just put more defenders in there. Instead, he seems to be more interested in clashing with Hannibal over here. No, it's construction that creates bridges. Engineering is +1 road movement. Okay, here comes the next Shaka train into the Dutch territory. Let's see if Wanakopek actually captures this city. He didn't take it, but he came darn close. There's almost nothing left. Looks like he's going to take it between turns. Smartest thing for Wanakopek would be take this city and then sign peace. And like get out of this conflict and just focus on econ again. Alright, here comes the latest Shaka stack. There are no catapults in this stack. Amsterdam is on a hill, so it's going to be a very tough nut for Willem to crack. But let's see if this Mesa Verde actually does get captured. Yeah, there it is. Now, can Wanakopek hold this city? Is a bigger question. Because there are horse archers running around. I'm really surprised he was able to take that city. Again, the smartest thing for him to do would be to just peace out like right now. He's still hurting really badly for lack of happiness. He just has the incense and nothing else. Yeah, if he could somehow just get... He really should be researching... He's also building the Great Lighthouse. Okay, buddy. With your 2 coastal cities. He really should be trying to trade for more resources or get into hereditary rule, which would help a lot. But he's not researching monarchy tech because he doesn't have wines. So he won't research... Or at least he has a much lower incentive to research the tech. Anyway, what Sitting Bull was doing was smacking Carthage pointlessly, and then Shaka just threw away a stack against Amsterdam because he didn't wait for catapults to show up. So if you want the update on the power situation, Shaka took a pretty big loss. Oh man, Willem got absolutely crushed there earlier. And Hannibal lost some units too. So Shaka again has the biggest army, and with construction tech, he might be able to grab some of these. Again, Willem should also try to get peace, because if he signs peace, then Shaka will just go Shaka somebody over here. Somehow Frederick has still not taken this city yet, by the way, who's now climbed to 2nd place in score just by virtue of staying out of this fighting. And he also has, yeah, look at his happiness situation in compared to Wanakopek. It's just Wanakopek's struggling because he needs resources really badly. Not having this gold is hurting him. Not having access to an ivory is hurting him. He should be able to trade for some eventually, but like so far, he's only trading for pigs. Yeah, he can't get a happiness resource there. I guess eventually people will connect more resources, but for right now, he doesn't seem to have it. Anyway, so Shaka is still Shaka-ing up here against Willem. This stack doesn't have catapults either. Shaka, build your catapults. I guess he hasn't had time yet to finish them. Oh, and Mesa Verde got captured back. That's not surprising. We didn't get a pop-up because I didn't refresh the map afterwards. Yeah, I wasn't sure that Wanakopek could hold that city. It seemed like it was going to be very tough for him to hold that after doing the capturing. I mean, he took it temporarily, but couldn't hold. Just too many units up here running around with like lots and lots of promotions. All right, well, he built Mausoleum. He needs to stop building so many chariots. I mean, if Wanakopek doesn't die, he's a very good candidate to win by culture because he's going to have so many wonders. Well, he doesn't really have much in the way of religions, but he's going to have a lot of wonders. So Shaka's still running around up here. Yeah, Shaka is a perfectly cromulent verb indeed. Willem actually is a pretty decent... All right, finally, Freddy took that last city up there. Can he build stronger units than chariots? Good question. So he has the copper, right? Where is his... He's got the copper. Oh yeah, he doesn't have any iron, so he can't build any iron-based units. So he can't build swords. And he hasn't unlocked maces yet. So yeah, he's kind of limited, right? It's actually a good thing he flipped Hadrumetum, or Wanakopek wouldn't have horses either. Yeah, there's an iron over here he could have gotten, but didn't. Didn't end up getting. He's in a race with the Dutch. So the Dutch, Willem just connected ivory. Or just has the text now for elephants. So that's going to blunt Shaka a good bit, being up against elephants. Because Shaka doesn't have any strength 8 unit. Oh, wait, actually Shaka has elephants too, doesn't he? As soon as he has horseback riding, he has elephants, because he also has ivory. Yeah, lack of access to better promoted units is definitely an issue. So this war over here seems like it's a stalemate. Hannibal I haven't even seen attack anything recently. It's actually really tight on the scoreboard. No one is that far ahead or that far behind. Freddy is okay. Freddy is not plotting war. Fred's done a really good job just to stay out of this conflict instead of getting wrapped up in all the fighting. There's yet another Shaka stack up here, and Shaka does have catapults with this stack, so this one could punch through. Although Willem has a lot of defenders. Of course, the forested hill tile makes it basically impossible to attack out against these. Yeah, Willem looks like he attacked some of these. Freddy completes the great. You know, he actually gets more value out of that. And Sitting Bull completed Hanging Gardens. Okay. Sitting Bull first, Frederick second in this game. Surely that's what everybody predicted, right? Still in play. They're doing well. Winnacuppick got Iron. Willem overran it in the first push of the war. That's right, because he had this. You're right. He settled this city, and then it got captured away. That's right. So he did have Iron, at least initially. Man, Shaka just builds an awful lot of units, doesn't he? His economy not too good. He tried to push on Willem's capital, and Willem kind of killed the stack. But up here, this attack on the Hague is a little more serious. So Sitting Bull, because he's in the 2v1, Sitting Bull's not been able to put together a stack to go kill anything. He's just kind of been defending. Winnacuppick ever managed to get another happiness resource? Nope, not yet. Not yet, at least. And then we still have Frederick, who's, by the way, all the way up to first place in score. All right, Willem just picked up longbows, so that's going to make attacking more difficult. On Shaka, like Shaka can keep throwing units here, but at some point, Willem's just going to be too far ahead in tech for him to do much of anything. Like, what are like a lot of the units here are chariots. What are chariots going to do against longbows? Like, it's just not happening. The strength differential is just too big. Yeah, he got the defenses down, but I can't see it happening. Chariots just can't do anything against longbows and elephants. It's just, yeah, the power differential is too great, I think. Anyway, so Winnacuppick is still maneuvering around over here, but... Or somebody bombarded Poverty Point's defenses at some point, but wherever those catapults were, it looks like they got cleared out. Let's see if the Hague sees an attack here or not. Well, Shaka got more damage in than I thought he would. He did kill some of the defenders. Actually, he did a lot better than I thought. Okay, Hannibal made peace with Sitting Bull, so Winnacuppick is still stuck in a war over here. Not great for him. It's too bad for his sake he hasn't been able to get out of this war. Anyway, Shaka had a lot more success than I thought there. I thought that he was just going to be stonewalled in this city, but that did not happen. And in fact, the Hague looks like it's probably going to get captured now. In fact, some of those chariots did win their combats. I guess they got collateraled enough. I keep underestimating the power of Shaka Smash. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. Yeah, okay. That's twice now I thought Shaka would not be able to capture a city, and then he just bulldozed his way through anyway. Yeah, that's a big deal. Now Willem's in a lot of trouble. Now Willem's really in trouble here. The Shaka Smash indeed. Shaka Smash indeed. Yeah, I would say Willem's in a lot of trouble now. Is that the last of Willem's ivory? Yes, it is. He had 2 ivory sources, but they both got cut off now. You know, Willem, he should have had the city on this tile. I think he would have held if he'd planted it 1 tile further north. I'm surprised. I thought, you know, I just went on that big talk about, you know, now Willem's got longbows. I don't think that Shaka can push through with chariots. But he's like, nope, I'm just going to throw even more chariots at the city. Yeah, Willem, apparently, yeah, not a bad candidate for first to die because he just doesn't build enough units, apparently. So yeah, the Shaka train rolls on. He's continuing to grow in strength. Because like that relieves pressure over here on Rotterdam too. Well, the Shaka train continuing, yeah. At least as long as Frederick doesn't attack him. Because Frederick still has not done anything in this game. I mean, he doesn't like Shaka that much, but so far he's stayed peaceful. So we now have back to a 1v1 war over here, and Hannibal could plot war as well if he wanted to. He's pleased with sitting with Winnacuppick, but he does have a fair amount of border tension if he wanted to go after him. So he just says we have nothing to gain right now. So yeah, that war is ongoing too. Tiwanaku is not that well defended. It just has an archer and 2 catapults. Wait, what's going on here? Winnacuppick not defending his city here? The Sitting Bull, did he remember to bring catapults? No, he didn't bring catapults, unfortunately. So it's going to be hard to punch through. I mean, again, most of the units here don't get defensive bonuses, so. Anyway, Willem is trying to counterattack with elephants, but let's just make sure this city doesn't fall. Oh man, there's a catapult as a top defender. That's never a good sign. There's 2 catapults and a great profit here. Uh-oh. Wina Koppak, what are you doing, buddy? Where's all the defending units? What happened? Were you too busy building Chichen Itza here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This not looking so good for Wina Koppak here. I feel like he had enough to defend here. Plains Cal start rises. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this city gets captured here. Why didn't he just build some more defenders? I don't know. Well, this doesn't look like it's gonna. The 1 archer is not gonna be enough. Yeah. Uh-oh. That was the holy city with Stonehenge in it. I guess he was too busy founding other religions. Oh boy. Uh-oh. That's a serious. That's one of the most valuable cities on the map. I wonder if we'll see Sitting Bull flip into this religion. Probably not, because he founded Poverty Point over here. Jeez. Well, that's a huge bonus for Sitting Bull. Also means Frederick's position improves substantially too, because if Sitting Bull is getting stronger, then that means Frederick's position is getting stronger too. Yeah, wow. With this ongoing collapse of Willem and Wina Koppak, I did not think we would see that happen to quite this extent. You know, that early war with the 2 of them fighting each other, I think really hurt both of their positions a lot. Oh boy. Well, and now Hannibal is really weak as well. So all of the financial leaders are really struggling. Can we see Frederick and Sitting Bull? I'm sure that they're pleased without even looking at it. So Sitting Bull is actually, he's only cautious with Frederick. So I guess I'm wrong about that. Frederick is pleased with him at -1 for what that's worth. Sitting Bull getting stronger off Wina, that would also benefit Frederick. No, I did not see that happening. Yeah, this game's been a bit of a surprise. As I said, I think the Willem versus Wina Koppak war, that being the first war declaration, I think that really hurt both of them a lot. Anyway, well, Willem might be able to recapture this city. It's just got a bunch of catapults in it. Although Shaka does move first, and he'll probably reinforce this. So, probably not. Oh, never mind. Okay, or yes, it will get captured. But, I mean, can Willem hold this city against this? Probably not. Probably not. But, hey, for 1 turn, it looked good. For 1 turn, at least, it looked good. Anyway, yeah, so I think that's going to get captured back. Look how much territory the Hague controls, by the way. But Shaka should just be able to recapture the... Oh, hello, Shaka. Why are you not attacking, buddy? Wina Koppak finally got into hereditary rule, but it feels like it's a little too late for that. Yeah, now he finally has the happy cap he needed. But just the early 2v1 really, really hurt Wina Koppak. And then Willem was in an early 2v1 as well, because he was fighting Wina Koppak on one side and then got Shaka'd on the other side. I do wonder how this game will play out with different diplomacy. Because I don't think we'd be seeing Frederick and Sitting Bull as the top 2 that often in this game. But I could be wrong. As I said, my read on this game could be wrong. All right, yes, Frederick still is not going into war. Still not plotting war. He seems content just to hang out up there, which is probably, as I said, the smartest thing for him to do is just stay out of this. And, of course, Willem did lose that city back to Shaka. No surprise there. All right. Hannibal. Still not plotting war either. Yeah, Wina Koppak's settling was also a bit questionable. He should have gone to the west first. Agreed. I mean, this Tiwanaku was good, but then he put his 3rd city here. And he put his 4th city here. Instead of just going and grabbing the gold tile on the sheep, he could have easily gotten this. And if he had gotten this spot, he would have sealed off Willem from getting this spot. So he could have gotten +2 cities pretty easily here. Right. This is the counterbalance. Yeah, it could be the weakness of creative is it does create more border tension. That said, it's still generally a really good trait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We still only have 8 cities for Sitting Bull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 for 11 for Freddy, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 for Shaka with his conquests. Amsterdam will definitely be his next target. All right. And yeah, I think Wynakopak's days are pretty numbered here. I think his days are pretty numbered here based on what I'm seeing, because I don't see how he stops this elephant train. He really only has 1, 2, 3, 4. He only has 5 cities left. Not a lot to work with here. And Sitting Bull does have the elephant train. He's got lots of elephants, and he's bringing catapults with him, which is what he needs. Freddy building the Colossus. Freddy has both of the water wonders. He actually has them in the same city right next to each other there. So that's going to help his economy. Could we be seeing a Freddy to win this game just because he just literally has just been left alone the entire time while everybody else fought? It's definitely in play. I mean, he does have the best starting position on the map. And the diplomacy is definitely broken in his favor. Where is Cushions? Oh, that's up here. Okay, I was like, where is that? So Barb City. He also has his own religion now, for what that's worth. So anyway, the Chichen Itza, it does nothing. Willem is up to maces now. And he defeated the most recent Shaka incursion, but you know there'll be more. So the only real question is, would Frederick want to declare? All right, Freddy is apparently has enough on his hands. So I don't believe he can declare war at pleased. So I don't think he can attack Sitting Bull. I think he's going to attack Shaka. I really do. Yeah, he's going after Shaka. He's got a big stack up here. All right, Freddy making his move. Let's see it. Freddy's going to be making his move here. So we'll keep an eye on that. And then we also still have Hannibal lurking. Yeah, there's a lot of units here. It's a lot of units streaming in. It's a lot of elephants. Wynakopek still does not even have feudalism. He's researching civil service because I think he wants to get to maces, but I don't think he got enough here. Pretty sure he doesn't have enough. Anyway, so Shaka Willem hanging out here. This could be another game where the contest does not score a whole lot of points. If we have like a Frederick first, Sitting Bull second, Wynakopek first to die, that's not going to be a lot of points for the picking contest, I'll say. He does have feudalism. Oh yeah, you're right. He does have feudalism. All right, my bad. He does have it. For some reason, he doesn't have any he has one longbow in this city. Well, I mean, this city is 100% dead. There's no way that city's getting held. And over goes the mausoleum to Sitting Bull. Kind of tearing a new one right through Wynakopek here. Not looking great for the Incans. And then meanwhile, Shaka's building up to go launch another stack. Although Willem is apparently attacking over here. It'd be funny if Willem actually is the one of the 2 financial leaders that ends up having the better defensive position here. Yeah, he's trying to take back Rotterdam, which he might be able to do if Shaka gets distracted by Freddy. Assuming Frederick actually declares war, because sometimes he cancels his war planning. How about Hannibal? Is he plotting war? Nope. Hannibal is like, peace, I'm out of here. My position sucks. I'm just trying to survive for the wildcard game. I'm gonna try to do what Kathy did and just survive for the wildcard game. Does Wynakopek still have medals? Good question. He does for the moment, but probably if he loses Machu Picchu, I think he'll get them cut off. No, he'd have to lose both of these 2 cities to lose medals. Not that it really matters. He's outnumbered by such a huge amount at this point. We'll turn off the resources. Yeah, here comes the latest Shaka. All right, that's not much of a stack, Shaka. Although Amsterdam doesn't have much either. Wow, Sitting Bull determined to be as annoying as possible by building Statue of Zeus. And yeah, otherwise we're just waiting for... Oh, this stack does not have catapults in it for some reason. Catapults are like 1 tile away. Well, they should wait for the catapults before attacking. And it looks like they did. Stack needs to heal up anyway. Oh, there we go. Freddy making his move. Freddy with the big one. Coming in here. Hot up here in the north. This is actually pretty bad news for Shaka. This is a large stack that Freddy has. Let's look at the power chart. We haven't looked at that recently. Yeah, Freddy's actually top power. And Sitting Bull's second. Shaka does not have much of anything up here to deal with this stack. Yeah, that's... 18 unit stack. I mean, this city Hurrian's very dead. Oh wait, no, he has 1 catapult. Freddy, what are you doing? The 1 catapult stack of doom. Oh my god. If he had no catapults, he'd just attack and capture. If he had more, he'd take the borders down faster. But no, he has the 1 catapult stack of doom. Although apparently he has catapults over here. Still, he should. All right. Well, now he has 4 catapults, which are not defended by anything. Although they will probably move up here on top of the other stack. Anyway, Shaka's got more units ready to move in. Willem is apparently going to recapture Rotterdam here. That little distraction was pretty nice for him, I think. No, Willem got it. And he might be able to get the Hague back, too, if... Oh, never mind. Shaka apparently lost 2 cities the same turn. Not a good turn for Shaka. Yeah, he lost Rotterdam and he lost... so I guess that they just attacked anyway and didn't bother to worry about the catapult. And then Shaka's got a stack here that I think is very, very dead. I don't know how this stack gets out of this situation. So Shaka, all of a sudden, from looking very strong, has had his position... Looks like it's starting to collapse. I think we're genuinely headed to a Frederick Sitting Bull as the dominant AIs, as much as I can't believe that I'm saying that. Because, like, down here, Sitting Bull's about to capture another holy city. Maybe he'll go culture. Does he have... He does have philosophical traits, so he might want to go culture. It is possible. Like, that gives him a trait. And he might end up with a whole bunch of holy cities. Yeah, Shaka's stack just got wiped there. Not good for Shaka. And then the Hague, now there was a big stack in the Hague, but it just moved out. So now Willem is getting this reprieve as well. Not too shabby. This looks like it's going to get captured, though. So yeah, it looks like Wanakopek is the front runner for first to die here. And there's not much left of his territory at this point. There's just 3... Yeah, I don't see how he possibly survives this. Because, like, even if Hannibal were to attack for some reason, he's like, it's not like that would flip things. Anyway, and Shaka's getting Shaka'd. Shaka's getting Shaka'd up here pretty badly. Oof. That's a tilter there, yeah. We're going to be left with the only 2 high piece weights on this map is in a strong position here. This is turning into quite a wild game. I feel like this is an outlier game, but who knows? We'll have to wait for the alternate histories to see. I suspect there's going to be a lot of interest in the alternate histories. This feels like an unlikely game, but I could be wrong. Maybe this is actually... Maybe Sitting Bull and Freddy are stronger than we thought. Anyway, so yeah, Willem... I wonder if Willem can get along with... How's Willem's relationship with these two? Because he might be the only one left standing. All right. He actually likes Sitting Bull a lot because they have the same religion. Okay, he might be able to coexist with these guys. Maybe Willem can still sneak out a cultural victory here because his econ is so amazing. Anyway, and he never lost Amsterdam or Utrecht in this game. I don't know. He's a long way away from a cultural victory. He might not have enough holy cities for that. Does he have any holy cities at all? I don't know. He might not be willing to go for a culture. Anyway. All right. Yeah, we still got a Shaka stack up here. Let's see where Shaka sends this. Willem is apparently the tech leader. Hannibal is apparently in second. Sitting Bull's econ is apparently not very good. All right, well, there's Shaka's stack. I don't know where he might be sending this. Oh, he's trying to attack Hurrian. Let's see if he can have any success at recapturing this. Almost, but I think he's going to come up just short. He has a lot of redlined units. Almost, but he wasn't quite able to take that back. Meanwhile, now Machu Picchu is the subject of the latest siege. And Hannibal, he's still staying out of this? Nope, apparently he's plotting against someone. He's probably plotting against Sitting Bull, but that's most likely to just backfire on him, because Wanakopek's basically dead at this point. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on that, but wanted to see what happened here. And yeah, Hurrian was reinforced and Shaka's stack got cut apart. Meanwhile, wait, where was... Oh, this city, I didn't even realize this city was getting attacked. Meanwhile, Willem counterattacking as well. You know, if Willem gets some portion of Shaka's territory, he's going to be in a very strong position because he's definitely going to get the Hague back here because Shaka can't reinforce that. Yeah. I mean, if he gets, you know, even just a couple cities over here, Willem could be coming out of this pretty strong. Just built a great library. I mean, he's not going to have as much territory as Freddy or Sitting Bull, but he's going to be a play. You know, with his traits, he's always going to be a factor in the game just because he has such disgusting traits. All right. So meanwhile, down here, Hadramentum is being sieged. It doesn't look like there's very many catapults there just yet. It's like, oh no, the Chichen Itza does nothing. Oh, and Machu Picchu's under... Wait, he's sieging 2 cities simultaneously. Oh, Shaka actually signed peace with Willem. Well, you know, after all this time, this was the one time that Willem maybe shouldn't have signed peace. Although I guess the war between Freddy and Shaka might stall out. It is possible that this war stalls. So Willem could potentially let these two fight it out for a while and then come back later when he's like ahead in tech. You know, when he researches that rifling tech that he never researches. But yeah, Willem's in a pretty decent position. He finally got out of that war. He might be able to make territorial gains, maybe. But I think the better move might have been to push on and capture Quaduska and Ulundi. Anyway, so the main thing that we're watching right now then is the continued deterioration of Wina Kapak, the poor guy. Yeah, he has one horse archer left in this city, and Hadramentum is losing its borders, losing its cultural defenses. Meanwhile, it looks like Hannibal's about to declare war on Sitting Bull, so don't know if that's the best decision, Sitting Bull. Or Hannibal, don't know if that's the best decision. Yeah, Willem going free religion would be smart, too. Because he doesn't really have a religion he's following. Oops, let's move the camera down here. So Machu Picchu is gone, and Hadramentum's almost gone. Anyway, what's Freddy doing? How's he handling? All right, well, there's that war declaration as well. We knew that one was going to come in. Trying to save his buddy, Wina Kapak, but I think it's too little too late at this point. War declaration counter up to 6. And Willem did indeed go free religion. Chat for the win, predicting that. All right, there are catapults in this stack. Well, Poverty Point's going to get captured. There's no question about that, but I don't know how much further Hannibal can make it beyond that. Still, that'll be a nice pickup for him. Well, I don't want to speak too soon. I mean, I think he'll get this city. There's not a ton in there. Willem doesn't have any holy cities, does he? Because he could get a shrine if he had that. Meanwhile, Freddy and... It looks like Frederick and Shaka are stalled out for the moment, which is... Oh, wait, never mind. There's a Freddy stack up here. We'll have to keep an eye on that, too. It's heading somewhere. A lot of crossbows in Frederick's stacks, for what that's worth. He is researching guilds, though. Of course, Willem almost has that. Hadramentum's about to die any turn now. Poverty Point is still being sieged. That city is just barely holding out. Okay, no more request spam, please. Yeah, that city is very dead. And then Wina Kapak only has one city left down here. After that. So Poverty Point. Yeah, this city should get captured, but as I said, I don't know how much further. The captured Chichen Itza actually helping Sitting Bull here. I wonder how much culture does Carthage have? It has the 500 culture, so 20, 40, 60. The borders will extend to here, but they won't actually touch Hadramentum, so I think Sitting Bull will be able to hold that city. Sitting Bull continues grabbing more territory. All right, so we'll pop back in here when it gets down to the last city. Also, Wina Kapak he's first to die in this game, amazingly. Amazingly first to die. All right. Yeah, Freddy's got a stack. He looks like he's going after this city here, I guess. Continues pushing against Shaka for the time being. Wina Kapak converts to Islam. Okay. Is Shaka just going to straight up die to Frederick here? How are they stand power-wise? I'm curious how much power Shaka has left. Okay, all right. Shaka is... he took a beating earlier. Yeah, okay. He actually looks like he's just going to die to Frederick at this point. Oh, boy. What a game this is. And there's even another stack coming down here. Yeah, what a game this is. Did Hannibal drop a culture bomb in this city? Yes, he did. Good call. He did. Yep, he culture bombed it. So now the question is this city... Oh, Poverty Point didn't get captured. Oh, Hannibal's stack got wiped. I thought he had this city, but it looks like it was attacked and it didn't fall, is what it looks like over here. Because I don't see blue units in Sitting Bull's territory. They're all gone. So they must have attacked and died. So far, though, that last city is not getting attacked. I suspect it will get attacked sooner or later, though. Anyway, the other action is Freddy sieging Shaka's territory. And it looks like he's going to get this city, too. Looks like it, anyway. Another great general. I mean, this city you'd think Shaka might be able to recapture, but Shaka just seems to have gotten caught completely off guard there. Oh, now the German knights are showing up. Ouch. That's pretty bad. There's really nothing Shaka has that can deal with knights at all. As Freddy builds Angkor Wat. Okay, bud. Yeah, it really is looking like the world's just going to be Frederick, Sitting Bull, and Willem. And I don't know if Willem's going to have quite enough territory. But if he goes the cultural route, he could still win. Just because he's so good at cultural stuff, he could still win if he goes the cultural route. Would have been better if he'd stayed in this war and grabbed another 2 or 3 cities, though. Missed opportunity from Willem, to say the least. And he is not plotting war. Meanwhile, yeah, that one Wynakopek city is still hanging in there. Sitting Bull is now going after Hannibal. Now going after Hannibal. He's got a slow siege underway down here in the deep south. Looks like this city has a castle in it. Yep, so that's going to take a while. That one did not take a while, though. Apparently a random war elephant just walked in and took that city. The one that had the culture bomb in it. Oh, boy. Wait, is Hannibal going to die before Wynakopek? That would certainly be interesting for our picking contest. R.I.P. culture bomb. Yeah, seriously. All right, Shaka is apparently trying to recapture this city. Hurry in. Let's see if he can do it. Nope, Freddy reinforced, so the answer to that is no. No, he is not. He stuffed longbows and knights in there, and that's not happening. Yeah, the war elephants are good, but once the knights show up, they're a little outdated. So, yeah, the fighting is still going on down here. By the way, look at all these cottages. Really, really nice stuff there. And as I said, I don't suppose Willem... We'll check back in on Willem occasionally, but the smartest thing he could do would be to just take some more territory away from Shaka. Let Freddy do most of the heavy lifting, but, like, snipe a city or two over here. All right, well, Freddy's going into Golden Age mode. Researching optics. Willem's on education, interestingly enough. Doesn't have much territory, but what he does have is very useful. He's going for the Great Merchant, the Free Great Merchant, apparently. And meanwhile, down here, this city is still very slowly getting sieged. Because with castles, it takes forever to break the defenses. There's also only 2 catapults here. Hannibal just built Notre Dame. Okay, buddy. And then there's actually a siege of his capital, too. Yeah, Sitting Bull is just kind of wrecking Team Financial down here. How about Freddy? Has he started advancing forward again? Yes, he has. Shaka is trying to counterattack this, but it's a lot of units. A lot of City Raider 3 maces over here. Up in here. Sitting Bull's somewhat belatedly going for guilds now. All right. Pushing on the capital. There's 4 trebs and a catapult in this stack, so they'll take down those defenses pretty quickly. Still much longer getting through Hannibal's terrain. And yes, Sitting Bull, or Wynakopek is technically still alive for the moment. Well, there goes half of Shaka's capital defenses, just like that. Sitting Bull Golden Age. Yeah, I don't think Ulundi is long. That's a lot of German knights running around. It's a lot of German knights at this point. Yeah, Frederick is pretty far ahead, although Willem is actually not that far behind in terms of power. If he actually wanted to attack, is he going? Nope, he's not building up for war, apparently. But yeah, the territory he has is pretty good. He just doesn't have that many cities. He only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only has 7 cities. I think if he could have gotten up to 10, his position would have been a lot better. As I said, just capturing a few more cities from Shaka. He just pieced out too soon. As opposed to Frederick, who's going to have like 20 cities by the time this war is over. All right, so that city got captured there. And then we're still having these very slow sieges of Hannibal's cities because castles take forever to chew through with catapults. You need at least trebuchets and really cannons, but... All right. So just watching this these sieges very slowly get chipped down. This city, Kirkuan, should get attacked soonish. Although there's enough defenders that I'm actually not sure if this is going to capture it. There's actually some pretty good defenders here on the part of Hannibal. Meanwhile, the German knights are continuing to run amok in Shaka's territory. Still running around in here. And Wynakopek is technically still alive. Yeah, this Kirkuan got attacked and it actually held. As Hannibal builds another wonder in his capital. Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting that. Willem declares war on Sitting Bull. Okay, he got bribed into this war because he does not have like a stack ready to go. That's a potentially big mistake because he was on pretty good terms with Sitting Bull. He just made an enemy that maybe he shouldn't have. Although there are some there's the low-hanging fruit of a couple cities that could get sniped here. Like this is not very well defended. This is not very well defended. So is a possibility for Willem to make a little progress here, but he's opened himself up to diplomatic danger because Sitting Bull and now Sitting Bull will be an enemy of his, whereas before they were on pretty good terms, as I said. Yeah. He actually still doesn't really. He's on better terms with Freddy. Freddy is. Where's Willem? He dropped that down to cautious. I think he was pleased with Freddy before. So that could be a problem long term. All right. Well, I mean, Willem does have a chance to strengthen his position while most of the Sitting Bull units are over here. So that city Kirkuan held. Now the question is, can his capital Carthage hold? Because there's a lot of wonders in here. And Willem just finished. Okay, if Willem wants to go the cultural road, he did just finish Sistine, which is the wonder for cultural victory. Maybe being in a war will even cause Willem to research rifling tech. Maybe. We all know he's infamous for avoiding rifling. He does have gunpowder, so all he needs is rifling now. We'll see how crazy he is in avoiding this. Anyway, though, he definitely can capture this. There's like nothing here. There's 3 trebuchets ready to take down the defense. Yeah, there's trebuchets just took out the defenses instantly. Meanwhile, in Shaka territory, Freddy is still punching his way through. He's got 3 trebuchets next to this city, so that's going to go down soon. And Carthage is down to just 24%. So if this city's going to fall, it's going to be soon. There's a lot of pikes in here. I don't know if there's that many. I have no idea if there's enough here. It's hard to see the stack. 23 units is probably enough to cut through. Yeah, I think that's too much. I think Carthage is going to fall here, but I don't know if that's going to take another turn or so until that happens. So Cuzco looks like it's going to get captured. That's going to fall. And oof, Carthage did get captured. It didn't look like Sitting Bull really lost that much, to be honest. And there are a lot of wonders in here. Pyramids, Notre Dame, Great Wall. A lot of wonders in here. So, yeah. Now, does Sitting Bull... Is he running around with knights as well? Yes, he has guilds, so he has knights, but he doesn't have anything past them just yet. Willem is ahead in tech, but he very well might just... All right, well, he's going for liberalism. Okay. That'll get him something. He'll probably take astronomy because it's Willem. But yeah, he's not far away. He could definitely get to rifles first if he wanted. The problem is just it's Willem, right? The problem is it's Willem. Anyway, but he definitely grabbed this city, and he has good odds to take this city too if he wants. Also, Wainakapak still technically alive in this game. Meanwhile, we again have this ongoing siege up here with the German units as they're still slowly shredding Shaka, taking him apart. That city should fall this turn. Yep. Kind of a textbook game from Frederick. Staying out of war, building up, and then hitting someone from another direction unexpectedly. He's going to have a massive amount of territory by the time this is over. Oh, Willem and Frederick are both going for liberalism. They're in a real race here. And meanwhile, yeah. Willem is still running around in here. He's got a bunch of units running around. The problem is... Sitting Bull is going to turn and deal with him any minute now, and I don't know that I like that matchup for Willem. I don't know quite what he's doing with all these units spread out like that. Yeah, that's a lot of Sitting Bull units around here. And Willem really doesn't have that many units, does he? In terms of power between them, Sitting Bull's definitely stronger, right? Yeah, Sitting Bull's definitely stronger, although Freddy is apparently the runaway in terms of power up here. He's getting ready to head for his next German city. He gave it's like first Hannibal gave Wainakapak a reprieve from death, and like now Willem is giving Hannibal a reprieve from death. But like this can only last so long. Sitting Bull is stronger than these guys. It can only last so long. Sooner or later he's gonna counterattack and deal with these enemies. And Willem just doesn't build enough units, as we well know. Like, he's in this war, and what's he building? Courthouses, caravels, theaters. He just doesn't build enough units. If it comes down to a same turn tie, Freddy should win the tiebreaker because he's first in turn order. That's my understanding, that Freddy would win the tiebreaker. Because, like, his turn gets processed first. Anyway, yeah, this stack is going to run over No Bomba any second now. I'm wondering if Cuzco is going to get recaptured. Because Willem took that city, but he doesn't seem to have a ton of units in there holding it. I guess he's bringing some reinforcements up. All right, so yeah, Freddy wins the same turn tiebreaker. Freddy won that, so let's see what he took with his free tech. Pretty nice. Oh, he took astronomy. Okay, I thought Willem probably would have taken that. All right. Did Willem finish the tech just because he was... No, he stopped. He apparently was going to finish it. Now he's going Constitution. Okay, never mind. He's already queued up all the way to Corporation. So, as usual, ignoring Rifling. By far the smartest thing to do would just be to slam Rifling right here, because that would give him an edge, and a pretty big edge over Sitting Bull, who's definitely behind in tech. But no, he's going to go for Corporation instead. So, yeah, especially because... dumb move because Freddy has Colossus. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, astronomy is a very expensive tech, so it's not bad to take that with liberalism. Yeah, the Willem special, ignoring rifling tech. All right, well, this city, No Bomba, is completely dead. Anything going on down here? Willem should honestly try to sign peace, because he's not going to get anything more out of this war. It would be very smart if he signed peace right now and got out of this conflict. Because it's only going to get worse for him the longer this lasts. But yeah, the destruction of Shaka is continuing, and Freddy is just starting to get so far ahead. It's hard to see how anyone's going to be able to deal with Frederick. He has the entire north of the map under his control, right? Like, he's closing in on 20 cities, I think, at this point. Let's see. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 6. He's at 16, and okay, if he gets 3 more from Shaka, then he's at 20. And then he still has room to settle more fishing cities up here too if he wants. I'm just finding it hard to see how anyone stops him at this point. He has such a big land advantage. It's hard to see how someone stops Freddy. And Sitting Bull seems like he's in a great position for the second place spot too. Anyway, so Sitting Bull, he just finished another shrine. Where is Sitting Bull's main stack? He's at war with 3 different AIs down here. Gotten blindsided multiple times by these war declarations. All right, Willem is apparently going to go for Olante Tambo, which is somewhat well defended. I don't think this is anywhere near enough to capture that. Unless I badly miss my mark, there's not enough here to capture that. Well, maybe if defenders run out of the city, like that. Maybe if defenders run out of the city. The knights do not get defensive bonuses, of course, but I don't know that that's enough. Maybe if the Trebs get a lot of collateral damage. Anyway. So apparently this is the next city that's being targeted by... what's his name? This city is about to have 500 culture. So 24... I mean, when it hits 500 culture, it actually will put pressure on this city. But I still think that there's enough there for Freddy to hold it. Also, Freddy apparently not screwing around. Oh, he's just getting replaceable parts. He's not gotten rifling. Has not queued up rifling yet. And I guess Sitting Bull is still going after Hannibal with his stacks. He's been leaving Willem. Oh, never mind. Here comes the stack. Never mind. They're on the way back. So Willem's about to lose his only conquest in this war. About to lose the only thing he gained. Barring, there's not enough to hold this. Cuzco's going to get recaptured. Willem, stop researching econ stuff. The Willem special, indeed. I don't think he has enough to take Ole Tambo either. He's close. I mean, he might be able to get this on the repeat attack, but this other stack is surely going to capture Cuzco. He came up a unit short. Oops. Came up like 1 or 2 units short. And he lost the 1 unit he captured in this war, although it did cost a decent number of units. Oh, so Sitting Bull getting Spiral Minaret is not bad. It's actually worth a fair bit of gold. But it does look like the tide is turning and Willem's war is backfiring now. Meanwhile, Freddy is about to claim yet another victim over here. It's just no one has intervened in this war as he slowly killed Shaka over the course of 50 turns. And goes into a late game. Yeah, I mean, I just don't really see how anyone stops Frederick at this point in time. How much good stuff is in Poverty Point? Where's Poverty Point? A lot of good stuff. Well, no wonders, just the Islamic Shrine, but it does have 26 people following it. Might be the richest Poverty Point. Yeah. The least Poverty Point. Alright, so yeah, Willem lost the only thing he captured, and it doesn't look like he's going to get this back anytime soon. So unless he signs a peace treaty here, he might end up dying. We could literally be down to just Frederick and City Bull if these wars continue. We literally might have the other 4 AIs die, because they're all at wars with these other 2. And then that would just be the end of the the end of the game, because I doubt they would declare war on each other. Alright, 200 turns in. Yeah, I mean, it's just turning into the Frederick and Sitting Bull show. Willem's culture is still really good, but that decision to declare war on Sitting Bull just looks like a huge mistake, because he could have just hung out and tried to like sneak out a cultural victory. It's like literally they're 1, 2, and 3 in every category. Look at poor Hannibal. Well, we'll see. I'm curious where Sitting Bull goes next. I mean, we know where Frederick's going next. He's just wrapping up with his German conquest. Sitting Bull has more targets, though. Again, if Willem were smart, apparently he still wants to keep taking it to Willem. If Willem were smart, he would just desperately try to get into a peace treaty here. He is almost all the way to corporation, and he did just wipe a little mini stack there. But if he keeps ignoring military tech, it's not going to be pretty. Wynakopek is frantically building galleys. Oh, he built Taj. Okay, well that's something, denying Taj to the top 2. What is his cultural situation? A curiosity. Not great. Utrecht is his 3rd city. Where is that? Oh, this one here. Only 28. I mean, if he turned the slider on, he'd actually... Like, if he turned the slider on, he would actually be getting a lot of culture, but... I don't know if he has enough religions to go for culture on this victory in this game. Did Wynakopek sign peace? I didn't think so. I thought he was still at war. Yep, Sitting Bull still fighting all 3 of them at once. He's in a 1v3 and he's been winning, although it's been a staggered 1v3. Somehow Hannibal is still hanging in there, and Wynakopek is still hanging in there. But Sitting Bull, yeah, he's done infinitely better than I thought in this game. I thought he'd get dogpiled, but and I mean, I guess that kind of happened. He did get 2v1, but only briefly. I thought we might see him getting dogpiled a bit more. Anyway, Shaka is still alive, but is Shaka going to be first to die? Because just Wynakopek has survived with the 1 city for so long. I think Shaka is going to be first to die. Now, if you had Shaka as first to die... I don't think hardly anyone had Shaka as first to die. Is Sitting Bull in culture mode? He does have a lot of... No, he's not. He hasn't flipped on the cultural slider yet. How do we know if he's in culture mode? Does that mean he's building a lot of missionaries? He does have an awful lot of holy cities, though. And he might go culture because he has so many holy cities. Myth is saying he's in culture mode because there's a ton of religious spread. How many holy cities does he have? Let's just check real quickly. So he has the Taoist holy city. He has the Confucian holy city. Does not have the Buddhist one, but he probably will soon. He doesn't have the Hindu holy city, but he'll probably... Oh, he does have that one. He captured that city. So that's, what, 3? He always had this, 4. He doesn't have the Christian one. And then he does have the Jewish one. Yeah, he has 5 holy cities right now. So I think he is in culture mode. And with how slow the tech pace is going, I think he can probably win by culture before Freddy can win by space. But I guess we'll see. Still a long way to go there. We also had Willem trying to capture Cuzco here, making another attempt to recapture this. He might be able to take it. Again, if he should just take this city and then peace out. Or actually, like, get Riflingers. something. All right, he was able to take it. I'm a little surprised. I didn't think he'd be getting that back. He's researching military tradition, too. Somehow Hannibal has crawled all the way to replaceable parts. Not that I mean, Hannibal might be is Hannibal going to be the first to rifling in this game? That would be hilarious. Yeah, he's trying to get to rifling tech. But then Shaka's just about out of this game, so he's just about the last one here. So I guess Sitting Bull hasn't quite wrapped up his war yet, because Willem will have cuirassiers as soon as he researches military tradition. That's going to help him a lot in his fighting. Just keep an eye on this to make sure that Shaka doesn't... It looks like Shaka will be first to die. How much longer can Wynakopek and Hannibal survive here? Well, Cuzco didn't last for very long, although Willem might be able to take it back. The city keeps getting traded over and over again. These poor citizens of Cuzco, it's like they're like living in one of those poor towns that was right on the front lines of World War I, where it just kept getting traded back and forth over and over again. Not where you want to be. It's not where you want to be. All right, Shaka's down to just 8%. And Cuzco might get recaptured. Actually, looks like it probably will get recaptured here. But we want to keep the focus up here because this could be our first elimination of the game. And it is. Shaka, first to die. I did not see it. I thought he would be likely to take a second place. I'm curious what it's going to look like in the alternate histories. All right, but the Zulus are destroyed, and Shaka's our first to die in this one. And Willem finally ended his golden age. Also, it looks like Cuzco got reinforced, so it was not recaptured. Or at least, maybe Willem didn't try. I think he moved his units back over here. Alrighty, though. Let's update all our data stuff for this one. So, Shaka, first one out. A popular pick to win, a popular pick to second. He's the first one to be eliminated. It's shocking that he's the first one out, given how much territory he has in this game. That's really wild. All right, no points for him this game, though. All right, he's out game 3, turn, and it's 2-10. Not an early elimination. But he is the first one out, and Frederick gets the kill. My God, the unpredictability of this. All right, so game 3, first eliminated Shaka. How many people had it? Did, like, anyone have this? Somebody surely did, but not a lot. We had 90 out of... Or not 90, it's 90 over 5. We had 18 out of 336 picks. That is 5%. Not a lot. Not a lot when there's only 6 choices to be at 5%. And then for fantasy purposes, how big of a bid did... Oh my God, Grillo. No, poor Grillo. Shaka just got murdered. Well, Grillo is not looking great for the picking. At least he got the Hammurabi hit, but Shaka only scores 2 points. Unfortunately. And then whoever got Frederick is going to make out with a steal. Who has Frederick? Oops has Frederick. Okay. Because he's almost certainly top 2 at the very least from this position. Grillo has his top 3 leaders all out, but Hammurabi has 7 points. Hammurabi, who in the alternate histories, he had what? 1 top 2 in 20 games, but he won the one time we played it on stream. Unbelievable. This is so weird sometimes when we do these games. All right, so we'll refresh the map now. So the biggest note about this is now Frederick's out of war. So this means Frederick is now free to declare war on someone else. He won't declare war at Please, though. So fortunately for Willem, he really likes Willem. So he won't declare war on Willem, and he won't declare war on Sitting Bull. So the 2 main targets of his aggression are safe, but Hannibal is not, and what's left of these 2 is not. So, yeah, a really efficient war by Frederick, and he's really in the driver's seat. Look how far ahead he is in score at this point. He's in a pretty dominant position right now. So the only ongoing wars are, well, Sitting Bull against everyone else in the game that's not Frederick is what's still ongoing. For whatever reason, Sitting Bull has continued to clash with Willem over here, although I guess that's not true. He's also trying to take cities from Hannibal. He almost took this city, Hippo, which is down to just 2 longbows left. I'm not 100% sure if it can hold or not. And then Utica is being bombarded down. Again, Hannibal is trying to get to rifling tech here. Oh, it's down to 1 longbow. I don't think 1 longbow can survive, even with promotions. I don't think that can last much longer. All right, and now Willem with his new cuirassiers also is on printing press. Willem, are you actually going for rifling tech for once? No, he's going democracy. Okay, well, of course. I should have known, but at least he does have cuirassiers, so he has a comparable unit to what Sitting Bull has for the moment. Yeah, Sitting Bull does not have cuirassier. No, Sitting Bull does. He does. Sitting Bull is definitely behind in tech compared to Willem, but will Willem ever go for rifling tech? That's the great mystery. Will he ever go for this? Or will he go off into scientific method and physics land next? I would not be surprised. My guess would be that he goes for astronomy, scientific method, physics next. This is going to be a weird alternate history. I mean, it might. Or it could be that this game is... that some of us just misread this game. And this is more likely than we thought. Oh, apparently that city survived with one longbow for the time being. There's a mace that's City Raider 3 plus Combat 1. And Cuzco looks like it's going to get recaptured here. There's a lot of cuirassiers on Willem's side. Meanwhile, Wynakopik is like, yes, I am still in this game. Please get me to the wildcard game. Thank you. He probably goes for his unique units, or unique building too. Yeah, he'll probably want the unique building dike soon as well. I'm going to keep watching Hippo. I keep wondering if that city can hold or if it's going to get captured. It's really tight there. And then the other thing is Cuzco. Wait, did they sign peace? Because all of Willem's units pulled back. Was that a peace treaty? If so, it'll pop up any second now. Nope. Willem just pulled his units back. They are still at war. Either that or he attacked and didn't succeed. I think he pulled his units back to here, though. Cuzco has just been fought over so many times. Anyway, Freddy's also going democracy, and Freddy will probably build Statue of Liberty. Oh, Hippo finally gets captured. Those defenders were so brave, but ultimately they just couldn't survive. Anyway, so Hannibal's still hanging out here. He's rifling. ETA also dropped. If he loses this city, then his rifling is probably never happening. But I think Utica can hold for the time being. At least until more cuirassiers run over there and reinforce. I guess those are just knights. They haven't been upgraded yet. Oh, okay. Sitting Bull made peace. Unfortunately for Willem, he didn't really get anything out of that war. I mean, he did not manage to hold on to Cuzco. He ended up losing that. And, yeah, so he didn't really improve his position. He just kind of made an enemy diplomatically and threw away a lot of units without actually achieving much. But he did get back into peace, so maybe he'll be able to go the cultural route. The problem is now Sitting Bull does not like him at all. Now Sitting Bull is annoyed with him, so it's unlikely that he can avoid Sitting Bull coming back for a later war. So outside chance Willem can win by culture, but it's kind of a long shot. You guys said that Sitting Bull is actually the one who's in culture mode. Unfortunately for Hannibal and Wynakopik, the odds of them surviving for much longer has just plummeted because now Sitting Bull doesn't have to divert units off to fight Willem Van Orange. And Freddy's also picking up rifling tech here, so Freddy is just going to be unassailable. Anyway, I'm just next turning because the only real action's going on over here as far as I can tell. Because as of right now, Wynakopik is somehow still not... somehow managed to avoid getting attacked. Yeah, I don't think Hannibal's going to make it to rifling tech in time. All right, now, question about Statue of Liberty is... oh, boy, Freddy just got a great engineer. He'll probably use that to rush the Statue of Liberty. I was going to say, can Hannibal snipe Statue of Liberty, but I don't think he's going to be able to. So I think Freddy's going to get Statue of Liberty, too, which is just going to snowball his lead even further. Yeah, good luck, Wynakopik. This was not your game. That early war with Willem really hurt. Willem just went Emancipation. Interesting. So he's going Chemistry, still avoiding the rifling line for now. Sitting Bull's also about to pick up rifling, so anyone Sitting Bull's fighting is going to be very dead as soon as that happens. But yeah, these turns can go faster when there's only when we're only watching one war effectively. We're just watching this fight here. We can just watch what people are in. Freddy just revolted into probably emancipation suffrage, would be my guess. Yep. Poor Hannibal. Almost made it to rifling, but once he loses this city, he has no teching power, so... there are 3 trebuchets very slowly bombarding this city. And, of course, it falls as soon as it actually gets attacked. So, We're just watching the march of the Native Americans right now as they run over everything. Yeah, how is Wynakopek still alive? I mean, he's not likely to be for much longer, right? Now Sitting Bull has cavalry and rifles. He's in the process of upgrading them right now. Yeah, Willem is, as expected, skipping rifling. How crazy will his rifling avoidance be in this game? Well, he's already going communism. How far to the right will he get while still not researching this? Still, for the time being, he's still alive, so as long as you're alive, you still have hope. And Freddy is still pleased with him, so he has the magic shield against Freddy. Frederick can't declare war on either of these two. But he can declare war on Hannibal, apparently. Alright. Well, that's good. That gets the war declaration counter up to 8, because I don't think we're going to get too many more wars in this game. I have it at 10. Alright, well, Freddy is coming in to lay the smackdown. Freddy's like, I want to score more points. I want the kill credit. I want more points. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Poor Hannibal. This was not his map, was it? Getting hard to see how Frederick and Sitting Bull are not the top 2 spots on this map. Getting hard to see how that's not the case. I guess Willem still has an outside chance if he goes for culture, but I don't think he's going to because he doesn't have any holy cities in this game, so it's hard to see him going for culture with no holy cities under his control, just due to how the AI is programmed. All right, Freddy, are you going to attack here? Also, Wynakopek still alive. Well, there's one city taken, and then now the race is just who gets this last city. Does it go to Freddy or does it go to Sitting Bull? Because it's worth a point in the fantasy contest, if nothing else. Also means neither of these two will move on to the wildcard game. All right, Sitting Bull just did a revolution. No, he went into free speech. Is he going to turn the slider on? He just went free speech, free religion. Okay. How did that affect his relationships, just out of curiosity? Is Freddy still pleased with him? Freddy actually likes him even more. Willem actually likes Freddy quite a bit, too. He's up to cautious with Sitting Bull. Who's going to get the kill credit? Who's it going to be? As you said, it's worth a fantasy point. Oh, did Sitting Bull turn on the culture slider? No, he's just raising gold. Oh, I thought he turned on the culture slider, but no, he's just raising gold. I guess he's doing upgrades right now. He's still got a long way to go if he wants the cultural route. Freddy will definitely go for space. All right, well, there's no defenses left, so Freddy's going to get this kill because Freddy moves first in turn order. It's going to be Frederick. He's going to successfully snipe this kill from Sitting Bull. So, yep, Sitting Bull does not get the kill credit. He didn't get either of these last 2 cities. Ah, well. Freddy, you're just continuing to rack up points in this game. All right, so let's mark this down. In the old spreadsheet, it's turn 238. So next to go was Hannibal. Don't get too attached to Wynakopek, though. So Hannibal goes down. As I said, turn 238. I pulled another one of our seeded leaders. Game 3, turn 238. Freddy gets his second kill of the game. This is going to be a huge scoring game for Frederick. And then that doesn't affect the game scoring, but it does affect the fantasy contest. So we got to add another point to Frederick. Oops has got to be dancing for joy at this performance, considering that most of his top leaders haven't even gone yet. And then it's out for Hannibal. Oh, that's not good for Henrik's team. That was Henrik's biggest bid, and he's out without scoring a point. Oh, well. You win some, you lose some. I think Henrik just wanted Hannibal on his team, period. And now Wynakopek is... he's still at war with Sitting Bull, so... Yeah, like I said, don't get too attached. We're going to need to update the spreadsheet. And that the Cavs are already on their way. So, poor Wynakopek. I really feel like the diplomacy was rough to him in this game. He didn't attack anyone the whole game, but he got attacked quite a few times. Got attacked by Willem, got attacked by Sitting Bull. Just, you know, the diplomacy had shook out just slightly differently. I think he could have been very strong on this map, but it didn't. And so we're going to have the Frederick Sitting Bull. And yeah, he didn't last much longer, did he? Didn't last much longer. So those two going out pretty much back to back. Our two seeded leaders, our two highest bids on this map. Although I guess Shaka had a large bid too. Okay. Well, this is turn 241. Game 3, turn 241. No points for Wynakopak. So he's got to go out here. And this time the kill goes to Sitting Bull. Scores a point, but will almost certainly be top 2 leader. And so for fantasy purposes, Sitting Bull gets a point for Jamie's team, and then Wynakopak is out. Not good for Bellamore's squad. Some big bids not paying off in this game. As I said, I do think this is probably a bit of an unlikely result, but who knows. Now time for 200 turns of nothing. Yeah, so now here's the downside. Now that this warring is done, most likely we're going to see Sitting Bull go back after Willem at some point. But Frederick and Sitting Bull both won't declare war at pleased, and they're both pleased with each other. So they won't go to war with each other, and so it's probably going to be a whole lot of next turning for the time being. All right, let's advance a turn or two, and then we'll take stock of the game from a big picture standpoint. But I suspect Willem's going to get run over at some point, and it's just going to be Frederick and Sitting Bull. That's my guess in this one. At least I'll be close on number of wars. At least I'll be close on number of wars in this game. All right, let's go to turn 2. Frederick completes the Kremlin. Let's go to turn 245, and then we'll try to take stock of where the game situation is. Willem is still relentlessly avoiding rifling tech, as usual. All right, Willem's in a golden age, so keep in mind that colors things a little bit. But score, it's really going to be Frederick 1, Sitting Bull 2, Willem 3 in every category. GNP, although Willem's pretty competitive in GMP. Production, he's in a golden age, remember. Food, yeah. Power, again, it's literally just 1, 2, 3 in every category. If we want to quick count, beaker count, Freddy's at 900 beakers. I'm sure that's the most. Sitting Bull, oh, Sitting Bull's at 1,000. Interesting. How is Sitting Bull so competitive? Oh, because Freddy's running a huge amount of gold on the slider. That's why. Freddy's running plus 400 gold on the slider. And then Willem is, okay, he's also at 1,000 gold per turn, but he's in a golden age. That's a little deceptive there. All right. So we'll just check in on Sitting Bull periodically to see if he's plotting war. But otherwise, we're mostly just going to watch what they're researching. Oh, Willem did get Statue of Liberty. That's nice for him. That's a nice pickup just to deny it to Freddy. And now he's going state. Interesting. He took advantage of the free lack of anarchy in a golden age, which I thought the AI didn't do. Anyway, Willem is very dead if he gets attacked, so he just has to keep hoping he doesn't get attacked. At the moment, Sitting Bull's not plotting war, and I believe Sitting Bull's the only one who can plot war. Although I guess Willem could plot war against Sitting Bull, but that would be suicidal. So far, no one's gone the culture. No one's turned on the slider yet so far. We just looked at everything on turn 245. I think, is Freddy... What is Freddy doing? Why is Freddy running around 100% gold? What is he doing here? Can we check if Willem is suicidal? Okay, I cannot imagine that he'd be... Yeah, he has a we're afraid of their military might. So when you see that, that means that the power is so high that they won't declare war. Anyway, Sitting Bull... his stack, he has a... Yeah, all right, here's his stack. He has 58 units here. So if he were to declare war, it would definitely be against Willem. Would definitely declare war on Willem. Anyway, Sitting Bull... He's not plotting war at the moment. I mean, he's pretty peaceful, so it's not guaranteed that he'll go back to war. It's just we have enough turns to next turn here that it's the odds are at some point he's going to go for war declaration. Now, did he turn on the culture slider? Yes, he did. Okay. But I don't know how fast he is. Doesn't look like he's too fast at the moment. 124 turns. I mean, he can drop that at some point, but what are his top 3 cities? Wait, I'm on the wrong screen. Sitting Bull. Cahokia, Poverty Point, Mound City. Yeah, he doesn't even have the 5. Okay, he's only at like 300 culture per turn. He needs a lot more time. His cultural victory, if he's going to achieve it, it's not going to come anytime soon. This does mean that Willem could potentially get ahead of him in tech, but Willem would have to not ignore rifling tech like he's doing. So he is definitely doing the Willem special again. Skip divine right. Skip. Look at this. So he doesn't have rifling tech. Look how far to the right he is of rifling tech. He has steam power. He's researching the entire bottom of the tech tree up to combustion. He has communism, physics, steel, military science. He has the full democracy line. He has corporation, which is an optional tech in this part of the tech tree. Like, he's literally doing everything possible to skip this. He's probably going to get combustion. Then he'll probably get assembly line. And he'll have factories, but he won't be able to build infantry because he lacks rifling. He's just wild the way he does this. Anyway. So we're just in wait and see mode right now. Will Sitting Bull declare war? Otherwise, it's just how long does it take Freddy to research the entire tech tree? I mean, he has so much territory. He can research it relatively fast, even though he doesn't have, like, financial tech. Sitting Bull is still taking his time here. As I said, we just check in periodically to see if he's plotting war. But otherwise, we're just... I mean, we can just speed through these turns because there's really nothing happening. Just however long it takes my little laptop here to process these turns. It's a good thing Civ 4 is an old game. All right, Sitting Bull just went... Okay, uni suffrage. Did he stop... Did he end the cultural... Nope, he's still very much on the cultural attempt. But he's still going to take him like 100 turns. I'm pretty sure Freddy can launch the spaceship faster than that. Pretty sure Freddy can win by spaceship before he can win by culture. So I think Freddy's most likely to win from here. But still ways to go. He's still building more military. I mean, the ETA to win by culture does drop as more like synagogues and Buddhist temples get spammed in here. So like that ETA will drop over time. He can probably do it in about 80 turns, but I think Frederick can win in less than 80 turns. I could be wrong, though. I mean, we'll see. Could end up being close between them, although I think Freddy... Oh, wait, what? What is this? Rifling 2 turns. What? Way to go, Willem. I'm proud of you. Yeah, Sitting Bull also running Spy Specialist instead. It's too bad for his sake he wasn't able to get Sistine Chapel, but that's over. You know, if he were to capture Sistine from Willem I think has Sistine in this. He has it in one of his cities. If he could actually capture Sistine Chapel, that would be worth. Where is Sistine, out of curiosity? Here it is. It's in Nijmegen. Okay. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that. Yeah, wow, this city built a lot of wonders, didn't it? We said this was a pretty good city. Look at all the stuff that's in here. Great Library, Parthenon, Sistine, Taj Mahal, Statue of Liberty, Moai. How close is... well, Willem won't turn on the slider. If Willem would turn on the slider, I think he might actually be able to win a cultural victory first. But he won't turn on the slider because he doesn't have any holy cities. Diplo update. About the same. Willem is cautious with Sitting Bull. Sitting Bull still hates him. Sitting Bull's pleased with Frederick. If that would drop to cautious, it would be interesting. But again, I'm sure he would rather declare war on Willem if he were going to declare war. The only thing is Sitting Bull might not want to declare war because he might be in I'm in cultural mode, right? When the AI is in culture mode, they're less likely to start warring. It's not that they can't, but they are less likely. I'm better than IR, better than I in real life. Nijmegen. I'm trying to do my best. I'm not Dutch. I mean, yeah, this city is up to 500 culture per turn. Okay. Now this is in a golden age, but again, all these towns will mature over time and produce more culture. So down to 75 turns. Okay, now we're starting to get more reasonable. Now we're down to like before turn 350. But Frederick just doesn't have that much of the tech tree yet left to go, right? I mean, he has a decent number of techs, but I still don't think it's going to take 75 turns for Freddy to research all those techs. Maybe if he wastes time doing stupid stuff, which is always a possibility with the AI. I don't think Willem can beat Frederick to space, even though Willem's teching is insanely good for how small he is. Now, imagine if Willem had actually gotten, like, 4 or 5 cities off Shaka, right? Because that could have happened. Like, Willem could have maybe gotten, like, Ulundi, Kwaduska, whatever this city is, which is unpronounceable in English, and this city up here. Like, if he had gotten, like, those 4 cities and then maybe, like, dumped another city on the coast, he actually might be competitive with Freddy to space race him. But I think Freddy just has way too much territory for that to happen. So, like, Freddy... Well, look, oh my god, look at his city list. Anyway, yeah, not plotting war. See, we can't betray our close friends. That means he likes them too much. And Willem, Yeah, and Willem's afraid of their military might, so Willem won't declare war either. So I think we're like peace locked here. The only thing that could change that is Sitting Bull could look to start the war. Sitting Bull could look to start a war with to Willem, and that's like the only thing that could shift this. Otherwise, I think we're fine. Like right now, Sitting Bull is just doing missionary spam. So which is the slowest of his 3 cities? So oh wait, he's gotten this all the way down to 50 turns now. I guess he's really been spamming the cathedrals. Also, dude, why in the world are you not running artist specialists instead? Like, why are you not running artists? That would give you culture. So Cahokia is down to 50 turns. Mound City is 68. And then what's Mesa Verde is the... Wait, no, it's not Mesa Verde. His last city is... Oh, it's Poverty Point, of course. Poverty Point. Okay, 62. So it's probably Mound City is the slowest of his cities. So we'll just keep checking in on Mound City. He might actually be able to do this and win by culture, which again seems preposterous, but maybe. He is spamming the... I mean, he has access to a lot of religions. He is spamming the cathedrals in here. Wait, did he just turn off the slider? He just turned the slider off. What is he doing? Well, he was making progress. He just turned the slider off. This city has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cathedrals and hermitage. Huh. Well, he just turned the slider off for some reason. Did he just decide to declare war? Maybe he's war plotting instead. Yeah, he's war plotting. That's why he turned off the slider. You know, I think he maybe could have won by culture, but he just turned off the slider, and he's gonna go get himself a Dutch treat here. Oh boy. Well, so much for that. Willem is not long for this world. Can Sitting Bull run over him fast enough and then get back to culture to win before Freddy launches the spaceship? I'm gonna say no, but it's at least a question. Because this is going to be pretty lopsided in terms of power. Yeah, not feeling this for poor Willem here. Willem is researching assembly line, so he might be able to stall this out a little bit. Because he's going to have he will have infantry against rifles and calves, and that helps. But he's just so much smaller. It's going to be probably going to be a slaughter. Although actually Sitting Bull's about to get assembly line too. Still, these are turns that Sitting Bull could have been running the culture slider and he's not running it, so hard to see. It's harder and harder to see him out racing Freddy now. All right, there's the war declaration. Because we just saw all these guys, yeah, all these units running across the border. All right, well, gets us up to 9 wars. But if you're hoping for a cultural ending like I had, this is probably pretty bad news. All right, here's the big stack. Only has 3 cannons in it for some reason. All these calves might just run right through that city. Yeah, that's what I thought. That many calves, they're not going to be stopped. So how many cities does Willem actually have? He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He has 7 cities. Sitting Bull has about 20. I don't know the exact count, but it's close. I think but somewhere between 15 and 20. Something like that. I don't suppose that changes how Freddy feels about either of these. Freddy is just pleased with both, so Frederick will not declare war. Frederick is like, I fought 1 war, that's all I needed to do this game. I'm just content to just stop here with my 1 war. No, neither... Frederick and Sitting Bull, I think, both have enough for... There's no way either one of them can win by domination on their own, so I don't think that can happen. Like... Sitting Bull running over Willem does not give him enough territory for domination. There's too much territory under the control of Frederick up there. All right, 3 cannons here. Apparently they got severely mauled by collateral because those cannons, none of them have more than 2.8 health, but there's more units behind them. Cannons do take down city defenses pretty fast. Yeah, cannons are like, we can still take down the city defenses, even if you did damage to us. So yeah, all of our financial leaders look like they're going to get knocked out in this game. We're going to have Frederick and Sitting Bull, 2 of the worst leaders in AI Survivor history. Look like they're pretty much shoo-ins to get the top 2 spots at this point. Just kind of the question is, when is it going to be? And So like I had an early victory date because I thought that we would get a cultural victory from one of the financial leaders. They tend to win very quickly. It's not going to be that fast. It's going to be later than that. And it looks like it were... Wait, did Sitting Bull flip the slider back on again? Or is he in anarchy? No, he flipped the slider back on again. Okay. All right, well, he's down to just 35 turns. He's looking around turn 330 now. Okay. 880, because that's... Yeah, he's down to like 30-ish turns. No, Mesa Verde's not. It's Poverty Point is the one that's... Yeah, he's down to 30, about under 40 turns. That actually is probably faster than Freddy can win. So if he keeps the slider on, he's probably going to win by culture. Well, that would get me a few points. I did pick cultural victory. So I'm rooting for the cultural ending. I actually might have a semi-decent score considering that everybody's going to face plant in this game. All right, so the 2 border cities fell, and now the question is, can Sitting Bull keep pushing deeper into Willem's core? And how many more techs does Freddy still need here? What's he on? We should see his research pop up any second now. So he built the Eiffel Tower, so that's not going to Sitting Bull, which would be nice, but Sitting Bull, I think, can just build the broadcast towers. Let's see, so satellites. I know that satellites is like a meme. He still has a ways to go, and he is researching advanced. Gonna have to research advanced flight. I don't know if he can get the... I don't think that he can research the whole tech tree and build the spaceship and have the 10 turns the spaceship needs to fly before Sitting Bull can win by culture. I think Sitting Bull is probably in the driver's seat to win now. If he keeps running the slider. If he turns the slider off, it's a different story. But all of his cities are like already halfway there, or almost halfway there. It's too bad for him that Freddy got all the modern wonders that provide culture. All right, turn 300. As I said, it's definitely going to be later than turn 300 on the victory date. But yeah, that's what it comes down to, is can Freddy outrace Sitting Bull to space? And Willem, I don't think, is going to survive to make the wildcard game. I'm pretty sure he's a goner here. Just needs to drop the defenses, and then there's 10 cannons in here. But Sitting Bull's got some other big stacks coming from this direction. Willem just... he doesn't have enough cities. Every time he loses one, he loses another production queue. At least we've got something to look at. We're not just hitting next turn until a cultural victory arrives. We at least have something to watch while this is going on. All those holy cities for Sitting Bull. You know, if the AI gets a billion holy cities, they actually do spread religion around pretty effectively. Like, they build all the temples and build the cathedrals. AI does know how to go for a cultural victory in Civ4. So does Nijmegen fall here? Yes, it does. Yeah, and then Willem's just going to continue losing these. He's down to just 5 cities left as he tries to build Cristo. Oh, wait. This is the one that had Sistine in it, and that's the most important wonder for a cultural victory, because the AI always runs all those specialists. So yeah, now all those specialists give 2 culture as well, so that actually should speed this up a little bit. Looking at turn 330 there. His capital will be the first to go legendary, and then Poverty Point was the slow one. Yeah, this is the slow one. 337. This is the one he needs to get higher. Again, why in the world the AI won't just run artists instead of engineers is beyond me. But and this city is also starved. Like, dude, just literally drop the engineer specialist and work this tile that is worth 8 commerce instead. Oh boy. Well, we'll see. We'll see if the AI gets any artists as well. He's running all engineer specialists too. Presumably he wants production for his war effort. Yep. And I'm sure he has some war weariness to worry about too, presumably. Sooner or later, though, he'll finish chewing through Willem, and then he'll be out of the war. Yeah, he definitely has war weariness to worry about. Could be worse, though. The statue of Zeus was built by Willem in this game. Anyway, Frederick is still slowly crawling his way towards the spaceship. He hasn't been building it very fast. Yeah, Frederick's research rate has not been very good in this game. You'd think that it would be better than this, but I mean, I guess he doesn't have financial trait to speed him along with the extra commerce. So we're just kind of watching this slowly die. There's no... Where's the main stack? This is the main stack here. There's only 1 cannon in it. Yeah, this is not going to be able to capture Utrecht. It needs to get the defenses down. Yeah, that did not happen there. Those units attacked the city with the 80% defensive bonus, and it did not go well. The main thrust is over here, going for Amsterdam, which has nothing too critical. A lot of military instructors though. Geez, look at all those super specialists. That's pretty wild. A lot of super specialists. But I mean, it's just the power bar graphs are pretty one-sided, right? I mean, yeah, it's this against this. It's just Willem can't really afford. I mean, he actually is ahead in tech because Sitting Bull's been running the slider. He can actually build tanks, but I mean, it just the numbers are really one-sided at this point. Might take a little while for these defenses to get knocked down because I think there's only one cannon in this stack. Sitting Bull, why you not build more cannons? You have one cannon in this stack. And he does not have any air power. Like, he doesn't have bombers that he can hit with. Does this stack have any? No. Build a little bit. Build a few fewer infantry and a few more cannons. You don't need quite this many infantry, buddy. The problem is the AI will look at it and they'll be like, oh, cannon, strength 12. Infantry, strength 20. I should build the infantry because it has a higher strength value. And it's like, well, you really need to build some cannons too. Because otherwise you can't get through the defenses. Okay, let's just check in on these cities again. So this city is down to just 17 turns, but I think that one might even hit first. Okay, 13 turns. Okay. How about Poverty Point? Yeah, this is the Slowpoke city. Why in the world are you running all these spies? Just run just run artist specialists, buddy. Or just drop the specialists and work your freaking tiles. You're not working an 8 commerce and a 7 commerce tile. And another 8 commerce tile. Like, just work these tiles, buddy, and your city will launch the spaceship much sooner. Anyway. Freddy's still pleased? Yeah, I'm sure that they're still pleased. He's actually friendly now, so if you were expecting any action from Frederick, you can think again. It's actually, we're kind of lucky that Frederick even launched one war in this game. Oh, it looks like he managed to get some more cannons up here because the defenses dropped. Got a second cannon, 2 cannons. So Amsterdam is maybe one more turn until it falls. Can Willem, by the way, can Willem actually survive? I don't think he can. But Sitting Bull has not exactly been conquering him very quickly in this game. Kind of been taking his time. So we just keep an eye on Poverty Point. Still 24 more turns, so we're looking at 339 right now. Where's Freddy on his spaceship, just out of curiosity? Freddy still has a long way to go. Yeah, when it's not a financial leader, it takes a long time to finish the tech tree, doesn't it? You'd think with Freddy, with all this territory, would be a little bit faster, but no. And if you're curious about domination, Sitting Bull's still only at 43%, and he needs like 62, 63%. So he's not going to hit that. Not unless he went to war with Frederick, and he won't go to war with Frederick, because they have really high relations with one another. All right, so we're just, again, watching this Willem slowly getting conquered here. I mean, like, these stacks keep coming in, but unless there's cannons to take the defenses down, he can't really punch through. These 60 and 80% defenses are just too high. It's like, Sitting Bull, bring cannons, please. I guess he can, like, eventually zerg down these cities, but, like, it's really hard because Willem has factories. He can build a unit every single turn. Really hard to get through this. Willem's been building artillery over there, which doesn't get a defensive bonus. I don't know. Willem's still hanging in there because this has not been the most competently executed attack for Sitting Bull. Maybe he can survive. I don't know. I still think he won't make it, though. Like, those are pretty bad casualties on the attackers. A lot of great generals. Maybe he can use a spy to get the defenses down. Use a spy revolt to get the defenses. Yeah, it's not happening without the cannons. Maybe Willem can actually survive here to make the wildcard game. That would be ridiculous, but he might be able to. If Sitting Bull is too dumb to bring siege units so he can actually take these cities. Pretty silly. All right, so this Cahokia should be about to go legendary. Yeah, only 4 more turns there. And the Mound City's not far behind, 7 turns. So it's really this one, Poverty Point, that's the Slowpoke. Shaved 1 turn off this. Now it's 338. But I mean, Also note, yet another spy specialist. Running 5 spy specialists now. Like, dude, please, just why? Just why? Why all the why all the spy specialists? And Frederick is very slowly making progress on the spaceship. So I think the cultural victory is going to hit, but we're still looking at a while. All right, didn't manage to get Rotterdam. Just bulldozed the way through. All right, 3 cities left. Can Willem survive to the wildcard game? We've got maybe 15 more turns to go. Do you guys want to see Willem in the wildcard game, or do you want to see him get eliminated here? I don't know. I'll put that to chat. Do you actually want to see him get eliminated? Myth said, I want to see him die. It seems to be roughly split between people who just want to see him die here and people who want to see him in the wildcard game. All right, well, there's a mech infantry running around from Freddy, but Freddy just will not... There's no way he can get the spaceship built before this cultural victory hits. All right, there's the first one. And then we know Mountain City's only like 3 turns behind that. And then I think we have like another 10 turns to go. So I was wrong on how early this game was. This is not going to be that early of a finish. But if it had been a Wynakopek or a Willem cultural victory, it would have been an earlier finish because they would have done it faster. Sitting Bull's completed Mining Inc. in Poverty Point. Does that actually give him more culture out of curiosity? Does Mining Inc. give culture? No, it just gives production. Oh, he actually slowed it down. Now he's down to just 500 culture per turn. He actually... Oh, because he turned the slider on. Because he went from 100% down to 80%. Okay, buddy. He's got it. Maybe he'll turn the slider up next turn. He's certainly taking his time here. I just want him to win before turn 350, because that way I get at least the one point. By the way, Diplo victory is not in the cards, because they'll just split the vote. Frederick and Sitting will just split the vote. And neither one of them can get to what they need. Even if Willem votes for Frederick, it's not enough. Did you turn the slider back on again? All right, he went back to 90%, so 12 turns. We're looking at turn 340 right now. And if you want to check in on Freddy's spaceship, he's getting there, but he still needs 1, 2, 3. He still needs 4 more techs after ecology. Then he has to build the spaceship, and then it's 10 more turns to get there. And there's no way all of that can happen before this city goes legendary in 12 turns. It's just not possible. So yeah, but Willem is looking a little better to survive. He still has 3 cities left. Can he make it? It's going to be close. Again, the idiocy of just not bringing cannons or something. Okay, so Sitting Bull voted for himself. Freddy votes for himself. Willem votes for Frederick, but Frederick still doesn't have enough to win diplomatically. He's still short even with those extra votes. Because he needs like 62, 63%, and Willem only gets him, yeah, another 5%. So he'll still be short of what he needs, even if he calls for a Diplo victory, which he probably won't even call for the Diplo victory vote, let's be honest. Meanwhile, Sitting Bull continues to attack in the dumbest way possible, just throwing stacks of units into... literally just throwing stacks of units into this city, Utrecht, which has 80% defenses. Anyway, there's Mound City. And then now it's just Poverty Point. We're just waiting on Poverty Point at this point. What a dumb way for this game to end, by the way. Sitting Bull refusing to build siege units, so he just keeps throwing himself here. Are the casualties showing up in the power graphs? I'm sure they are, if you're curious. It's not showing up as humongous drops. Just like a kind of a slow burn here. Anyway, Freddy is still trying to finish his spaceship. Willem is still hanging on by a thread. I mean, the one thing I will say is Willem did get to the current era of tech, right? Like, he has infantry and he's fighting against infantry. So it's not like he has outdated units or something. And that's partly why he's clinging to life here as well. All right, now we're down to just 7 more turns. We're looking at turn 339. I don't think he can take all... I don't think Sitting Bull can take all 3 of these cities. I think Willem's going to survive here with just this shattered remnant of a Civ still alive. Oh, wait, here comes some cannons. Where were these like 20 turns ago? But I don't think that Sitting Bull can take all 3 of these cities in 7 turns. And by the way, now we're down to just 5 more turns. Well, there's one of them. Oh, here's the Diplo victory. But Willem losing Pop means it's even less likely that Frederick can win. I mean, he's going to try, but he just doesn't have enough pop. And he doesn't have enough population. He's going to be short. Even though Willem will vote for him, he's going to be short. All right. So that is 1 city down. How many more turns are we looking at on poverty point? 5 turns. We're looking at turn 339. Sitting Bull's first ever kill is over Wynakopek. Freddy on stealth. He doesn't have enough. There's only 5 turns left. All right, so yeah, see, it just wasn't enough. If Willem had survived with a few more cities intact. Oh, Willem abstained. Never mind. Willem didn't even vote for him. But even if he had, he still would have been short. He would have been at 365, and he would have needed 394. So close, but even if Willem had voted for him, it wouldn't have been enough. So Sitting Bull, I think, has got this. I don't see how he can be stopped at this point. Because Freddy hasn't even... I mean, Freddy still hasn't even researched all the spaceship techs, right? And he's going for the stealth. He still needs superconductor and genetics. He doesn't need laser. That's optional. But he still needs these two. And he has to build the parts. And he has to launch them. I mean, that's... Come on. We already said that's not going to happen. Freddy, not the fastest researcher. And the... Okay, well, now... Apparently, he dialed down research again. Now we're at 3 turns. Well, no, we were still at 3 turns. Never mind. That ETA actually didn't shift. So unless Willem loses both of his cities in the next 3 turns, he's going to survive and claw out a wildcard finish here. I don't even see any units next to The Hague or Middleburg. This has been an impressive defense, by the way. To be outnumbered this badly. It's also been a very incompetent attack, let's be clear. But Willem still being alive is pretty impressive. Yeah, he's managed to hold on just barely enough. So we're down to the last turn here, I believe. Yep, so it'll be turn 339. And it is going to be a cultural finish. So Willem survives. He'll still be in it in the wildcard game. But it's going to be Frederick 1, Sitting Bull 2. Just what everybody expected, right? Frederick 1, Sitting Bull 2. Just what we all thought would happen coming into this one. Or no, never mind. Other way around. Sitting Bull 1, Frederick 2. Sorry. So Sitting Bull wins the cultural victory. Turn 339. I'll just mark that in right now. I did get the cultural right. So I'll at least get a little something on that. And I was close on the wars, at least, too. But I don't think a lot of people had Sitting Bull 1, Frederick 2nd. That seems like probably not the most popular picks. Let's go ahead and take a look at the replay, and then we'll do all our contest stuff. And then I'm going to have to stop the stream because this has been a weird day, and I had to start the stream late. Okay, so again, I still think one of the most important things, I mean, the early settling just screws Hannibal. Like, that's one of the big things, is Hannibal just gets taken out of the game immediately. Because once these 2 cities are here, and they're both holy cities, Hannibal has no chance, sadly. It's unfortunate for him. This was a big mistake by Wynakopek, this city here. He should have put this city over here. I wonder how different the game is if he puts the city over here. Because, like, he didn't get as much land as he could have. Sitting Bull's land grab was really good. I think we have to give him a lot of credit for that. Really good land grab. Freddy's early game was abysmal. Like, he sucked the whole early game. But he just got lucky in the sense that everybody left him alone the entire game. And so he just did the one war against Shaka and made his move. All right, so these two get these right here. But I do think one of the biggest turning points in this game is Willem turning and declaring war on Wynakopek. Because we also could have seen a scenario where Shaka just declares war on Willem, which happened anyway, and then these two never end up fighting. Like, that could have very easily happened. Or Wynakopek could have just settled these 2 cities, and then they wouldn't have had much border tension. So, yeah, I think that was maybe the biggest turning point in the game, was that early war declaration. So these two fight, they both weaken one another, and then that really opens up the space for Shaka to hit Willem, and for Sitting Bull to hit Wynakopek, where we easily could have seen a situation where, what I thought would happen was, I thought Wynakopek and Hannibal would 2v1 Sitting Bull, and that did happen, but it kind of happened with a Wynakopek that was already weak, or at least weakened. And then we had Shaka coming in, damaging Willem. It's amazing Willem survived this game. He got attacked so many times. And Hannibal trying to help Wynakopek, but ultimately Hannibal pieces out, and then that kind of creates the situation where did that actually ended up happening? Oh, and then the other big move, Frederick declaring war on Shaka, taking all his territory to become the runaway. Yeah, so ultimately Wynakopek just kind of got taken out by Sitting Bull, and then Sitting Bull gets delayed by Hannibal, gets delayed by Willem, but ultimately he manages to take over everything else. And at that point, it's just Frederick and Sitting Bull are the top dogs. But Sitting Bull getting all those holy cities meant that he went into culture mode. That plus his philosophical trait meant he was going to go culture. And he just outraced an incompetent Frederick performance in going for the space race, so he just gets there at first. Culture does tend to hit earlier than space, and Freddy certainly did not have a very efficient space race. Plus, he was, I should have mentioned this earlier. Freddy was losing a lot of tiles in the south to that cultural victory. Like, the cultural borders were ballooning out, and he actually lost a lot of tiles down here. So Freddy didn't have as much territory as it looked like initially. So there you go. Sitting Bull has a cultural victory. Please give Hannibal a non-god-awful starting location next season. Well, I just want to go back to the picking contest before this game started. Hannibal was the top pick for second place, so I guess you guys didn't think his start was that terrible until the game actually began, so apparently people didn't think he was quite as bad off as he actually was, but anyway. All right, the stats are going to be the same for everything. Score, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, Freddy, Sitting Bull, Hannibal for like everything. GNP, they're actually pretty close in GNP, but a lot of that was culture for Sitting Bull. Production, food, power. Except the one thing in culture, Sitting Bull is going to be all that high. Okay. So, yeah, there you go. And if you're curious, Freddy's demos. So, there you go. What a game.